Area High School basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Marianne Everhart, Rodney Dolbear in with you on this Thursday night. It's boys semifinal action here from the Clopton Invitational Tournament. And Rodney, I liked how we're throwing you right back into the pit tonight.
Well, good to be here. It's only been about 17 years, so I should be fresh as I was the last time I sat behind this mic.
So not much has changed. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. We are actually in the old gymnasium tonight for area high school basketball. We'll have two games for you right here on KJFMradio.com. Of course, two games going all over in the new gym. And I wondered when they're going to stop calling it the new gym, because I think it's about 20 years old at this point.
It certainly is. I guess as long as I'm alive, it's going to be the new gym. But at some point in time, there's a bunch of new gyms that were built in the same time frame, and I think everybody still calls them the new gym.
They still do call them the new gym. Over there this evening, number 1 Monroe City is taking on number 4 Louisiana at this time. That'll immediately be followed by number 2 Winfield and number 3 Clopton. Here we've got number 8 Silex taking on number 5 Wright City. We'll break it down for you during the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 pregame show is coming up, brought to you by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Well, as we mentioned, we have the matchup tonight. Number 8, Silex, taking on number 5, Wright City. Rodney, you want to tell us how each team got here? You've got the bracket over there.
I do, and as you mentioned earlier, Silex went down to defeat to the number 1 seed Monroe City team, 82-8. Right.
And then let's point out that Monroe City boys, they are state ranked. I believe I looked up that Christmas time. They were ranked number 3 in Class 3, and a very, very good team.
Well, and Silex, of course, lost a strong senior class last year, and they're having to find their way now to replace the talent that left, and that's tough when you lose a bunch of experience.
Absolutely. And at Wright City, they played Louisiana.
They played Louisiana in a 4-5 matchup, and Louisiana advanced 69-39. Wright City finds themselves here in the Consolation bracket playing Silex for the right to go to the Consolation Championship.
And they will face, the winner of this game will face the winner of our second game tonight, which happens to be Mark Twain taking on Elsberry. Should be a very good matchup. We got the chance to watch them the other night in the other gym, or I got to watch Mark Twain the other night in the other gym as well. So focusing on this game, though, tonight, we're going to have to pick up some keys to the game for you in just a little bit, and I think that height is going to come into play here, Rodney, as we're looking down the court. We're right on the same side as the scorers table, right behind the benches, and I can already tell you there's quite a bit of height difference.
There is. Wright City definitely is going to dominate the height tonight, so Silex going to have to cope with that and find a way to get the ball in the basket and avoid the length that Wright City poses.
All right, we'll talk about more of that on our Keys to the Game, brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate next here on Eagle 102.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Well, I think we've already touched on one of the keys tonight, Rodney, and that is Silex is going to have to find their way underneath the basket against a very tall Wright City team, as it looks like their height is going to be about head and shoulders, maybe taller than quite a few of the players here on Silex. Now, I'm not saying Silex doesn't have some height, but their height is young, and so it's probably going to be against youth against experience here in this game.
Well, that's for sure. One thing that Silex could do to negate that is when they find an open shot, make it, and then the rebound disadvantage that you would expect to come with this kind of height advantage wouldn't be an issue. That, of course, is easier said than done.
Well, also, as watched Silex the other night, ball handling, while they finally kind of found their groove in the fourth quarter on Tuesday night now, they really struggled against a tough Monroe City defense in their ball handling. One of the guys they're going to look for, they're going to look at Twellman. Tyler Twellman, he came in, he stepped up, he was pretty big for them. He is a freshman, had some nice ball handling skills. And then really the kid that probably maybe impressed me a little bit more than anybody else, he came off the bench, and I have to admit, I talked about it last night, I like players with spunk when they're feisty, maybe even get a little, I don't want to call it dirty, but, they get in there and they're not afraid to get dirty. And that's the freshman, Ian Beckham. He came in and he really worked around that perimeter, worked on his ball handling skills, went after the Monroe City defense and had a lot of fun out there. Of course, point-wise, you're like, oh, how can you have fun when you lose, 80 whatever to 8? But he worked hard that entire time he was out there. So we'll look for them. We'll also see Josh Price come in off the bench. Daniel Havlick, he was a big key force for him on Tuesday night, trying to keep the ball in there, but their speed is going to have to keep up. In the short gym, you have to pull up a little quicker when you get down to the basket than you normally would. There's no going full force and running an extra couple feet and hitting the wall. No. Once you get to the basket, you're at the wall. That's for sure. You mentioned the spunk off the bench. You called it dirty. I like to think of that as bringing energy off the bench. Is that what bringing energy? Yes. Yes, I do. And I talked with Zach Evans last night, had the privilege of him sitting in with me doing the game last night. I like the little guys, and by little I mean short. I like seeing them get in there. I like when they come out of the rebound and there's a bunch of trees around them, but they're in there fighting for that rebound, and they're the ones that come away with it. And I think that's what we're going to see a little bit here with Silex. As you mentioned, keys-wise, they're a young group. They lost, a lot of talent last year. They're finding their way this year. Coach Aaron Hinkey has kind of got a little bit of an uphill battle here, but if these boys stick together, they're going to do just fine. It may not look like it this year, but they're going to see their rewards down the road. Well, they only have one or two seniors listed on the roster, and it sounds like a couple of freshmen are getting quite a bit of play, and that's just tough to come in at that age competing against kids that are
4 years older than
Absolutely.
you. And even if you are a good athlete, there's just a huge difference.
So keys tonight for Silex, take care of the basketball. That's probably the biggest key. We say that every game, and most people are like, well, duh, but really work on your ball handling skills out there, and no ticky-tack fouls. You don't want to be on the bench. Those key players don't want to be on the bench, especially early in the basketball game. Plus, you don't want the other team on the free throw line. And where you can, get in there and get your positioning for the rebounding. Take away those second shots, and especially these smaller guys, if you can get in there and position yourself well and they go over your back to try and get the rebound, 9 times out of 10 they're going to make contact, they're going to draw the foul, and it's going to sit them on the bench a little earlier. Any other thoughts? Did I miss anything?
I think you covered it well.
All right, free throws, and free throws. Make sure you make those free throws. That's going to take care of your Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show. We've got your starting lineups and opening tip next here on Eagle 102.
Your home for area high school sports is on Eagle 102, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gamm at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
We're getting ready, and we will start with the guests on the scoreboard this evening. That would be the Wright City Wildcats. They're in their road royal blue jerseys with gold numbers and white trim. They are starting a senior at 5'8", wearing number 0, Dalton Weiser. A 6'1" junior wearing number 3, Hayden Beck. A 5'11" junior wearing number 15, Trent Brewing. A senior, number 30, Braden, how did we say we're going to say his last name?
Contreras.
Yep, we'll let you do that, honors. And a 6'2" senior wearing number 45, Alex Poston. For the Silex Owls, they will be starting a junior wearing number 1, Blake Thurlman. A freshman wearing number 3, Tyler Twellman. A junior wearing number 10, Daniel Havlick. A junior wearing number 20, Wesley Perkins. And a junior wearing number 55, Blake Baragiola. All right, you've got the pipes ready?
We do. The teams are on the floor. We're getting ready to jump center. A fresh 8 minutes on the first quarter clock. Jumping center for Wright City will be Kyle Johnson, a 6'6" junior. Jumping center against Blake Thurlman.
And there's probably about a foot difference.
I would say so.
That's a little exaggeration, but not by a whole lot. And when Johnson stands straight up, he's quite a bit taller.
And here we go. Tipped into the backcourt by Silex. That foot didn't matter there. With the ball in his hands is Daniel Havlick. Silex moves right to left here as we get things underway at the Clopton tournament. Havlick hands off right side to Twellman. Top of the key for Thurlman. Back to Havlick in the lane. And the running one-hander crawls over the front. And the first points on the board for Silex. It's 2-0.
And that's what they weren't able to do early in that game on Tuesday. So nice to see the Owls with points on the board early.
Wright City sets the offense. Beck stands between the circles, middle of the court with the right-hand dribble, looks to his right side, picks up his dribble. Defense applied by Twellman. Top of the key now, entry pass for Poston. Top of the key, driving shot, jump stop is good. Score the basket for Trent Brunning. The 5'11" junior ties it at 2.
And here come the Owls with their offense. Havlick again in control.
Havlick gets it across the timeline to Twellman. He dribbles it, picks it up. On the wing left is Havlick. Drives to the left side. And there's going to be a foul as Havlick was trying to take it to the basket. And they're going to call a foul on Wright City.
Poston will pick up his first foul of the evening, first team foul. That'll send Havlick to the free throw line when he'll get an opportunity to shoot 2.
Just a little over a minute underway in this consolation bracket semifinal. First foul shot's too strong off the back iron.
And while he gets set for the second, want to thank tournament sponsors all week this week, including Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calvert Insurance Agency, McDingers, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory.
And the second foul shot rims out too strong as well. Wright City controls the rebound, and they'll bring it into the near court. Weiser looks top of the key. Gets it back in the corner. Hands right side on the baseline to Brunning. Into the big man in the middle. Johnson can't get it to go. It rims out. He had a good look. Silex back the other direction quickly.
I tell you what, that was good positioning in there by Silex to get that rebound. Now they're in control with it in their end of the court.
Three-pointer on the way from Beck. It's good.
Twellman with the big tray for the Owls.
And Wright City back into the near court, slows things down. Top of the key. Left side now for Beck. Johnson, the baseline. Two-pointer on the way. It rims out, no good. Rebound underneath. Twellman for Silex pulls it down and heads up court. Long outlets pass. Twellman inside. Shot on the way, blocked, no good. Twellman rebound. Blake Thurman with the score on the putback for Silex.
Thurman coming in and cleaning things up. 7-2 is our score. Silex leads by 5 with 5:40 to go here in the first quarter. They've got a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Area high school basketball from the Clopton Invitational Tournament all week this week brought to you by Bowen Construction, Liggins Flooring, Wood Smoke Meats, One Multi-Sports Complex, and Midwest Heating and Cooling.
Well, 5 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in the first, and a great start for the Silex Owls. They lead 7-2. Wright City has it into the near court. Brunning dumps it into the corner. Gets it back on the wing, drives outside the paint. Turnover. Silex comes the other direction, ahead of the pack. Out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Silex as Thurman couldn't control it.
Well, we talked about the short baseline here in this gym, Rodney, and that came into play there. So back-to-back turnovers. Ball in the hands of Wright City.
Wright City into the near court. Brunning gets it back to Beck. Beck with the left-hand dribble. Dumps it right side into the paint. Gets it back. He'll stop and pop from about 17. It rims out, no good. Johnson tips it out of bounds. They're going to say it'll stay with Wright City. I didn't see that, but the official has a little bit better view than I do.
Yeah, sitting on the stage, looking down that near corner here with us, it's a little hard to see, but they lob it into Johnson.
This time it's out of bounds. It'll also be touched by Silex. Hayden Beck for Wright City couldn't maintain control of it, but it was touched by Silex. Three-pointer on the way. Wright City rims out, no good. Beck missed it. Silex had it, turns it over. Beck gets it back. He's guarded by Thurman. He drives in the lane, stops and pops from about 10. It's no good. Thurman's everywhere, and he gets the rebound. Silex brings it to the near court. Thurman drives. I heard the slap from here, and Blake will go to the line with a pair of foul shots.
So Thurman makes his first trip to the charity stripe this evening.
Be fresh as I was the last time I sat behind this mic.
So not much has changed. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well,
Ethan accidentally hit replay.
We'll see.
It's
We're
okay.
actually in the old gymnasium tonight for area high school basketball.
Oh, that's okay. He was just doing a replay for us. So first free throw shot is up and good.
Thurman makes it 8-2 Owls. Second one's just a little bit short. And Wright City has it and brings it to the near court. Trent Brunning has it tipped into the backcourt. Ball's loose, stolen. Thurman can't get the bunny to fall, misses the layup. And Wright City, Hayden Beck into the near court. Dribbles into a trap, dribbles out of it, stops and pops at the free throw line, dumps it down low, and the right-handed layup off the glass is good for Johnson.
Johnson's been trying to get that ball in the hole from the beginning. It brings it to half. 8-4 is our score, 4:05 to go in the first.
Well, Johnson's a size mismatch, and I'm surprised that Wright City hasn't tried to go to him more than they have. Silex slows things down. Twelman, left baseline, Thurman's three's on the way, nothing but the bottom of the net, and it's 11-4 Silex.
Tell you what, they're on a nice run here, 7-point lead for the Owls, and that's something they haven't seen a lot of this season. Hopefully they can keep it up throughout the 4 quarters.
Wright City comes near court, Beck down baseline for Poston into the game. 18-footer on the way, it's no good, missed by Wright City. Thurman fights for it and dribbles it off his foot, and it's going to go off the short baseline.
Well, the amount of hustle Thurman is displaying here, he's sucking air, and I tell you what, I can't blame him. He's wearing me out watching him, and that's the second one where they've really come in there and keyed up, and he is beating it down to the end. If he had just a little bit more space, he might be able to save it. Cole Flesser into the basketball game now for the Owls.
Wright City. Substitution, Brandon Contreras into the game. He holds it out on the Clopton Hawk at midcourt. We're going to have a foul on the ball on the floor, a non-shooting foul. I believe that'll be Thurman picks up his first.
His first, team's first. Also checking in the ball game for Thurman is Price.
Contreras inbounds. He gets it to Brunning. Ball stolen again. It's loose, but Contreras gets it back for Wright City. He comes near court, dribbles it off his knee, picks it up, looks for Johnson. Can't make the layup. He puts it back up. It won't go, but this time draws the foul.
I tell you what, really, for the size Johnson has underneath, for him to miss those bunny hops underneath the basket is something he's probably going to be working on in practice for quite a while.
That's for sure. He'll have 2 foul shots coming. 11-4 is the score. Silex on top by 7.
Tolman picks up his first foul of the night for the Owls. Free throw shot off the back of the rim is no good. He'll get a second. And while he gets set, let's thank sponsors Bowling Green Lumber, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, and a taste of Philly. All sponsors of Clopton Tournament action here on Eagle 102.
And our first made foul shot of the night is the second one goes in for Johnson, so it's 11-5 with just under 3 minutes left here in the first. And Daniel Havlick brings it across the timeline. He gets it left side for Tyler Twelman. Havlick gets it back beyond 3 on the wing, has it slapped away, and they're going to say it'll stay with Silex as the ball's out of bounds. Wesley Perkins set to inbound. He gets it to Havlick. He puts it on a hip. Gets it left side for Josh Price. Looks baseline, nothing there. Back top of the key for Havlick. Back to Price. He dribbles with the right hand beyond 3. And the ball is nearly stolen. Havlick gets it back. He drives, looks baseline. 3-pointer on the way from Twelman. It won't go. Rebound Wright City's Contreras. Quickly into the near court, looking left side for Beck. He drives the lane. We're going to have a foul. 2 shots coming as Beck will go to the free throw line.
Picking up a foul was going to be Wesley Perkins, be his first, team's third. Looked like another substitution getting ready to come in the basketball game for the Owls. That's Baragiolo returning. First free throw shot. No good.
Foul shots are at a premium so far in this one.
You know, I'm not going to lie to you. Looking at the rim, everything's hitting off the rim. It's almost like the rim has no forgiveness whatsoever tonight.
Well, that one goes down. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Beck, and it's 11-6.
Quick update from the other gym. Still in the first quarter, Monroe City leads Louisiana 12-9.
A good one there. Silex into the near court. Thurman fakes the 3 on the baseline. Top of the key now left wing for Tyler Twelman. He gives it right side for Havlick. Inlet pass intended for Baragiolo. It's off his leg, and the turnover. Owls gives it back to Contreras. And Wright City pushes up the court, near court, left side. Driving baseline is Beck. He drives in, and they're going to get Baragiola with the foul.
Beck will head back to the free throw line to get to shoot 2 as Baragiola picks up another foul, and that'll be the 4th team foul for the Owls, which they're going to want to slow that down. They don't really want to get Wright City into the bonus here, at least before the end of the first quarter.
Well, Beck has a lot of speed and made a drive to the baseline, and Baragiola just needed to get over and deny the baseline a little bit quicker. By the time he got there, it was too late.
John Hohen set to check in, but lost his jersey when he took off his warm-up shirt. Want to remind you, we have 1:38 to go here in the first quarter. Silex has a lead, 11-7.
And John Owen checks in for Baragiola after Blake picks up his second foul. Beck's second foul shot's no good, and the rebound controlled by Silex. Havlick slows things down and will walk it across the timeline. He has Twellman on his left, and the baseline right is Thurlman. Twellman has it, holds it, back to Havlick center court, 1:20 left in the first period. Havlick to the free throw line, kicks it right side. Three-pointer on the way, off the mark for Thurlman. He couldn't get it to go, and the rebound comes long and into the hands of Wright City. Driving into the lane, running one-hander goes down for Trent Brunning, and the lead that was 11-4 just moments ago, Marianne, is now 11-9. The lead is 2.
The Hawks have led by as many as 7, and they've, as you mentioned, they've narrowed that down. Wright City has to a 2-point lead.
Ball movement has slowed for Silex when they get it across. They're just holding and looking, and that's causing some difficulty in the passing lanes, and they nearly turned it over again, and now they do. Wright City steals the inbound pass. Greg Myers in. He gets it to Contreras across the timeline. Right side, driving to the basket. Shot off the glass and in for Trent Brunning, and we are tied at 11. And we've got a new ball game with 35 seconds left to play in the first.
Silex was doing great on those fast breaks off those turnovers, and now that they haven't had those with Thurman sitting on the bench, they're going to find – Thurman's back in. He's just still over there. Looks like he could use an oxygen tank.
Well, they're going to have to they're looking to run the clock down for one shot now. I realize that. Havlick has it. He dribbles and nearly turns it over. Silex gets it back with 11. Havlick, top of the key between the circles. Needs some help. Sets a screen. Dribbles it off his leg. Gets it back. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Shots blocked with 2. Silex gets it back at the buzzer. Off the mark. The shot will not go for Wesley Perkins.
At the end of the first quarter, we're knotted at 11 apiece. We have second quarter action coming your way next here on Eagle 102.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
It is the Clopton Invitational Tournament all week here on Eagle 102. Again, remember, we have games for you still tonight. That'll set the bracket for Saturday night. Friday night's bracket is already set. A rematch in the championship game. Number 1 Monroe Seal take on number 2 Clopton. Number 4 Elsberry will face number 6 Winfield, and it'll be number 8. Back that up. Number 5 Silex taking on number 3 Mark Twain. Have all my numbers mixed up there, Rodney.
That's not hard to do. Easier for some of us than others, I think. Well, we start things here in the second, just underway, and Silex has the ball but nearly turns it over. Entry pass denied, and they do turn it over, and Wright City's going to come away with it. Contreras again brings it across into the near court, looks right side for Beck. Top of the key for Myers. Looking for Johnson in the paint. He spins and just lays it over the front iron, and it looks like something that's there every trip down the floor for him, and he made it look as easy as you would think it would that time.
Well, after missing a couple of those right there off the get-go in the first quarter, he looks to be on cue now.
Another turnover, fast break. This time Johnson lays it off the glass. It rattles out and doesn't fall. However, he'll have 2 foul shots coming. And we've got a foul on Tyler Twellman.
That is his second, team's 5th.
Well, the turnovers have started to mount for Silex.
Silex, we're up to 6 here in the first half.
And it's leading to transition opportunities, and that's just the reason this game has gone from an 11-4 Silex lead to a 13-11 Wright City lead.
Yeah, the Wright City, this is their first lead of the night. So their largest at 2. First free throw shots, no good.
Second one's short as well. Rebounds loose. Silex gets it. However, Havlick steps on the sideline, and it'll go back to Wright City. At that point, he didn't need to touch it. Could have just let it go out of bounds, and Silex gets the inbound ball.
Yeah, but you're not thinking about that when you're on the court.
That's true. Wright City's Hayden Beck. He looks inside for Johnson. He gets it baseline, off the glass, and then
makes it a 4-point lead for Wright City. He's laying them in there now.
He is. 15-11. Silex Baragiola got a hand on that, but just couldn't deflect it enough. Well, the shot's taken and missed. Silex. Beck comes the other direction for Wright City. Al's got a good look that time. Couldn't get it to go. Beck spins, shot off the glass, no good, but we're going to have a foul again. I believe this one will go against Thurlman.
And really, this is where we talked about the fouls. That's Blake's second, team's 6. So now for 6 minutes and 41 seconds, anytime Wright City gets fouled, they're going to shoot free throws.
Well, so far that hasn't been much of an advantage for either team. The first one from Beck rattles off the rim, no good. Second one on the way. It in and out, it won't go either. Havlick pushes near court. Ball is tipped out of bounds. Havlick was looking for Tyler Twellman streaking to the basket. Wright City got a hand on it, and it tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Owls in the near court. Perkins triggers. He gets it into Havlick, top of the key. Perkins gets it back, looking inside.
2-3 zone set up here by Wright City. They seem to be comfortable in it.
Entry pass, Thurlman. Baseline, denied. Top of the key, now swings it right side for Havlick. Havlick drives, dribbles it off his leg. He's in amongst the trees, gets the shot up. It won't go. Rebound controlled Wright City. And Contreras comes back the other direction.
Silex also in a zone defense.
Well, ball's on the ground. Control Contreras. He looks baseline. Johnson with the left hand. It won't go. Ball's tipped into the waiting arms of Silex. However, he was standing in the 2 feet of.
Yeah. Is it really even 2 feet?
Well,
I think it's about a foot.
It's not very much.
It's not.
That's for sure.
Of the out of bounds there underneath the baskets. We have several checking in. We'll pick them up as we go along. As the Wright City kind of cleared the bench a little bit.
All right, Wright City has it. Top of the key. Looking left side, stolen by Thurlman. He comes the other direction. He'll lay it off the glass. Can't get it to go. Oh, and now they're going to call a foul on the rebound on Thurlman, and I'm going to have to disagree with that a little bit. It's a basketball play, and you had some players collide, and tough pickup.
It's his third, and it's going to send Bruning to the other end for a 1-and-1. So Thurman will take a seat probably for the rest of the half, as they don't want him to skip out or not be available in the second half. Josh Price subs in for Thurman.
Well, I know Blake was frustrated missing the layup, but he just came down, and really there wasn't anything that I saw that was that egregious with that. But nonetheless, I don't get to call the game.
Yeah, that's why we get to sit up here.
That's true. First foul shot on the way and good from Brunning. He makes the second as well, and it's now a 13-0 run for Wright City. Silex led 11-4, now trails 17-11. 5:30 left here in the second quarter of play. Another turnover.
That's the 7th of the half for the Owls. And good passes. They're going to have to talk about that in the locker room at halftime.
No, Havlick had a man behind him. He's outside the 3 and just didn't put any air under the pass, and it went right to Wright City. They come near court with it. Drake Myers, he hands off to Brunning. Brunning drives left side, was tackled, but
I don't even know how that went in.
It did go in, and I don't know when the official was going to blow the foul as Baragiola kind of tackled him on the way by.
And that's his second, team's eighth. But it was an underhand kind of loop up, scoop shot there, and it fell. I mean, it was good. It doesn't matter how ugly it is as long as it goes in.
Brunning with a chance for the conventional three-point play and an opportunity to make this lead grow to its largest of the night, which would be 9. It stays at 8. And we've got a foul underneath. Wright City with the rebound, but they're going to whistle Wright City with a foul.
And I believe that's Mr. Smith that they added for us. Didn't bother to give us a first name, so we'll just make up one for him.
Mr.
Ian Becken that I talked about, he's entered the game now for the Owls. He's up doing the ball handling right now, going against Smith.
Beckham to Baragiola, nearly travels. Beckham gets it back, the freshman. He looks right side to Josh Price.
And there is the travel, and 4 turnovers in each quarter now for the Owls. Another quick update from the other gym. Monroe City extended their lead 30-16 in the second. And while they work on those inbound pass, I want to thank Pike County Title Company, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Elisha Koenig, Remax Realty Agent, Rawls County Mutual Insurance, and Mick Mailer and Sons Backhoe and Excavating.
Wright City runs the offense. Holding it top of the key is Weiser. He gets it back to Brunning. He drives. That really was a travel. They just missed that one. He jumps up in the air, comes down, and then passes it. Nonetheless, ball's tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it stays with Wright City. I thought they missed one there, Marianne.
Well, they don't have quite the eagle eyes that we have, Rodney.
That's true.
Everybody's a ref in the stands, right?
Of course. Weiser, he'll get it in to Brunning. We've got 4 minutes, 13 seconds left here in the second quarter of play. Wright City with the ball and the 8-point lead.
8 points is the largest lead of the night for Wright City, and now they caught the travel there.
They did. Brunning turns it over.
It's only their 4th turnover, 2 in each quarter for the Wildcats.
Brunning got caught running.
Clever.
I've worked 13 years on that one.
I bet you have. Havlik returns to the basketball game for the Owls.
Twelman will get it into Havlik, who walks it up court.
A little token pressure in the backcourt, and as Havlik crosses the timeline, picks up his dribble.
And Wright City extends. Havlik gets left, drives to the baseline, tries to cut between some players. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Wright City. Brunning hands it up to the near side to Hayden Beck. Hayden Beck hangs in the lane from about 8. It's no good. Out of bounds, last touch by Wright City. And
nope, we're calling a foul. That's going to go on Bruni, his first, team's 3rd.
Well, the result,
team's 4th.
Result is the same. It does get the Owls one.
It does get them
one foul closer to the bonus, but we're running out of time here in the second. 3.5 minutes, 3-quarter court pressure. Twelman comes to the near court. Baragiola beyond 3, looks inside, nobody there. Top of the key. Baragiola has it, puts it on the floor. He drives, it's blocked. And Beck for Wright City will pick it up and bring it into the front court. With the left-hand dribble, picks it up, looks in for Brunning. He stands just inside the foul line, and he'll back it back out and reset.
Don't forget, we'll have your Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report coming up at the end of this quarter. We'll review scoring from this game, plus talk about games still to come tonight here from Clopton.
Running one-handers off the mark. Dalton Weiser, the senior, couldn't get it to go. We've got a whistle underneath.
So Smith picks up his second foul for Wright City, team's 5th.
Well, all is not lost here. If Silex can come down and put a few good possessions together, get a couple of stops, the lead is 8, cut it down by half time, that wouldn't be bad at all. Havlet brings it to the near court. Baragiola between the circles, looks left side for Price. He holds it at waist level, looks inside for Havlet, can't get it to him. Right side for Beckham. Beckham holds it, puts it on the floor, guarded by Contreras. He'll get it back to Havlik. Havlik left wing for Twelman. He dribbles with the left hand, clears out, looks baseline, but he's cut off by Brunning. Beckham puts it on the floor, dribbles it off his knee, ball's into the backcourt, picked up by Wright City. Length of the court, off the glass, no good. Shot was missed by Hayden Beck, but we've got a whistle into foul, and Beck is injured. He hit hard.
I was going to say, he came down hard, and he's going to walk it off. Look at him. I think he fell right on that hip bone. If he had a little extra padding back there like I've got, it probably wouldn't hurt as hard, but he didn't.
I tell you what, I can't imagine. Well, first of all, I couldn't run near that fast, so I wouldn't be going that fast when I hit the ground.
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe I guess I could compare it if I just got up on a chair and jumped off on the ground.
Either way, it's going to take us about as long to get up.
It's going to take longer. The first foul shot was good for Beck. The lead is 22-11.
Beckham picks up his first foul for the Owls, 9th team foul.
And Beck finds the range from the foul line again. Second shot good as well. 21-11, 2 minutes left. We got a whistle and a foul on Wright City's Dalton Weiser.
That'll be the 6th team foul, so one more, and Silex will get to head to the free throw line.
Kind of an unneeded foul there by Wright City, but works to Silex's advantage. Beckham eyes the three. It's on the way, and it's an air ball out of the bounds. It'll go over to Wright City with an even 2 minutes left here in the second period.
There's a good thought there by Beckham. It just didn't have quite enough oomph on it.
Almost a little bit too open.
Well, we talked about the difference in the short wall there. Kind of throws off your balance a little bit. And they're going to wave off that three-point shot and call it travel.
Traveling for Weiser, against Weiser, before draining a three.
We got a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. 1:50 to go here in the first half, and Wright City leads the Silex at 21-11. You're listening to Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Your home for area high school sports is on Eagle 102, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
We've got 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll have your Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report for you coming up. And then, Rodney, we still have more action coming your way this evening. Another EMO conference matchup as Elsberry and Mark Twain are going to tangle here in the middle school gym. We'll get you an update from the other gym as Louisiana is facing a tough Monroe City team in the new gym at the moment.
That game was 12-9 at one point, but that's been several minutes ago, so I'm sure that that has obviously changed. Well, Silex is going to try and change things. They haven't scored in quite some time. It's 21-11 after leading 11-4, and Havlik brings it into the near court. He drives and shoots over Brunning, and they're going to call Brunning with a foul.
Well, the good news is Havlik's going to go to the free throw line, shoot 2 now, and then for the next minute and 37 seconds, any foul they get, they're going to be shooting as well.
Well, Havlik tries to break what has been a very, very long scoring drought.
And he does.
And the first one splashes home.
That's the first point scored for Silex here in the second quarter. And it broke his 0-for-2 streak.
21-12. One more coming from the line for Havlik. It's on the way, and this one splashes home as well. So the lead is now single digits. A little bit of backcourt pressure by Mr. Energy Beckham. Contreras to the near court, looks right side, now into the paint. Ball's out of bounds.
It's a 4th turnover for Wright City here in the second quarter. Their 6th of the half.
Johnson was looking for Dalton Weiser and missed him. It bounces off the padding, and Silex and Havlik comes to the near court with a chance to cut into the 8-point lead. Beckham looks to the right side of the wing. He runs the weave, top of the key for Twellman. Back to Havlik. Baragiola stands at the low post right.
And he's being guarded against by 2 trees, though. I mean, he doesn't have much of a chance underneath there.
He doesn't. Three-pointer on the way. Off the front iron, no good. As Price missed it, that would have been a nice shot to have drop in for the Owls. Wright City to the near court. Weiser has it, dumps it inside for Johnson. It's kicked back out beyond 3 for Weiser. Steps just inside the paint, and Baragiola had his hand on the Weiser miss, but it tips out of bounds, and again, there's no room. If it goes towards the padding, it's going to hit it. There's just no room to grab it.
And those big guys down there, there's just no room for them to move.
Inbounds pass to Johnson. He's fouled, misses the shot. But Kyle's going to go to the line with a pair of foul shots.
And that'll be his third. At the half in the other gym, Monroe City leads Louisiana 38-22.
Kyle Johnson eyes the first shot. It looks strong, and it is. It goes off the glass, iron, and out.
Some substitutions come in, and while they do, want to thank People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, Penrod Real Estate, Bolin Chevrolet, Sun Window Company, and Spring Valley Accounting, all sponsors of the 25th Annual Clopton Invitational Tournament coverage here on Eagle 102.
Second foul shot. This one rattles around and drops. 22-13, 35 seconds left in the second quarter. Silex with the ball. Havlick near court, guarded by Myers. He drives baseline. Shot's blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Silex. A good idea. He just got under the basket, and it got swatted out of bounds by one of the trees that you mentioned earlier. 20 seconds. Beckham gets the inbound, baseline left. Baragiola, turnaround shot over Johnson. It won't go. And Johnson gets the rebound, and that's just that's a tough draw for Blake, having to shoot over that 6'6" frame.
Well, at that point, you almost have to fake to your right and then spin to your left and almost work on that fadeaway jumper over someone that tall with no room down below.
Contreras with 4 to Johnson at the free throw line with 1. Three-pointer on the way, and it's no good for Dalton Weiser. Our halftime score is 22-13.
That's going to take us to the Cellular and Satellite Center halftime show next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Well, at the half, it is Wright City who came from behind after Silex. Well, actually, they ended the first quarter tied at 11-all, but Wright City came from being down by 7 to taking the lead. They've been up by as many as 10 in this game and have the lead right now. 22-13.
Lead by 9, Wright City. The game couldn't have started much better for the Owls. They were keeping care of the ball. They were getting good looks in transition, weren't turning it over. And really the turnaround began for Wright City once Silex started to have difficulty controlling the ball and just maybe making one pass too many, picking up the dribble in the trap, and the turnover started to mount.
Well, we saw Blake Thurman work really hard. He had a couple of those quick picks there in the first half, causing the turnovers for Wright City, and he was able to take it down, lay it off the glass, and then get a nice points off of that. And then, of course, Wright City changed the way they were doing things, and it didn't take long for them to adjust. But right now, Blake Thurman actually leads the scoring for the Owls. He has 6 on the night. Daniel Havlick with 4. And Tyler Twellman with 3. And we talked about free throw shooting. Silex hasn't seen the free throw line nearly as much as Wright City. They're shooting 50%, 3 for 6. 2 of those have come from Daniel Havlick. For Wright City, their leading scorer right now here at the half is Trent Bruning. He has 10 on the night, followed in there by Kyle Johnson, who should probably be having he should be having quite a few more. He missed some of those early shots down low. He has 8 on the night, and then Hayden Beck has a 4. They are 8 for 17 from the charity stripe, so I have a feeling Coach will be addressing those free throws in the second half.
Yeah, the foul shots just not good. I don't know how many that I know that probably the first 8 or 10 that were taken, only one was made by either team, and it did improve a little bit as the half went on, mainly for Wright City, as Silex wasn't getting to the line. But foul shots, those are the free ones. You need to make them.
And we talked about Wright City had 6 turnovers in the first half. Silex, unfortunately, they had 11, so I'm sure Coach Hinkie will be addressing that as well. We'll take a short break here on the Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report. And when we return, we'll take a look at the bracket that is still set for tonight and talk about a girls' championship tonight or tomorrow night as action continues from the 25th annual Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the number one priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
With winter weather upon us, remember one multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
We are at half here in the old gymnasium here at Clopton High School tonight, where Wright City leads Silex 22-13. Each team trying to hold on to play in that consolation game on Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. We do have the girls bracket set for tomorrow night already, and we've got a rematch. Not that anybody should be surprised by a rematch between number 1 Monroe City and number 2 Clopton, but I tell you what, Winfield last night tried to give the Clopton Lady Hawks a run for their money, and it was a good game.
It was. I was here until halftime of that game, and I believe it was a 6 or 8 point game at half, and two pretty good teams. It looks like Clopton was able to pull away and win by 20, but Winfield certainly played a good, strong game and gave them some competition.
So tomorrow night we have that game. That is set for 7:30 at 6 o'clock. It's a third-place game as number 4 Elsberry will take on number 6 Winfield. And things will start off with the consolation matchup as number 5 Silex takes on number 6 Mark Twain. So should be 3 really good games tomorrow night. Of course, we'll have them all for you right here on 102.1 FM, online at kjfmradio.com. You can also watch them and listen to them on your KJFM radio app. And if you have an Alexa-enabled device, we're there as well. That's going to take care of our Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report. When we return, we'll have second half action coming your way from Silex and Wright City from the Clopton Tournament on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Perkins Electrical Service, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Kayla Caldwell, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, member SIPC.
Underway, just as the clock starts, Wright City gets it to the beginning of the third period. They now move right to left and have it in the near court. Brunning, he drives. He kicks it to the left baseline for Weiser. He picks up his dribble back to Brunning. He'll cycle between the circles, looks left baseline. Now top of the key for Johnson. The tall man's going to take a three. It is no good. And Silex will pull down the rebound. Blake Thurlman in the game, playing with 3 fouls, I believe.
3 fouls, yeah, that's right.
And Thurlman drives off the glass, no good. And the rebound comes to Wright City. One thing we talked about the run, when Thurlman picked up that third foul and had to leave the ball game, that certainly was one of Silex's key weapons that had to leave the game. On the ensuing possession, Wright City, Johnson is in double digits. He gets the rebound of the miss and lays it in. And it's 24-13. Silex brings it to the near court, moving left to right. Havlick has it, picks up his dribble. Baragiola between the keys, between the circles, looks to the right side. Now top of the key is Perkins, and he'll get to Thurlman on the left wing.
I tell you what, Wright City in this man-to-man defense is giving Silex a little bit of problem with their ball movement.
Perkins drives baseline. He's cut off. Now he spins, gets up a good shot. It does not go, and they're going to say Perkins traveled. He made a nice spin move, but perhaps it was he got open because he might have taken an extra step.
That extra step, yeah. He'd already picked up his dribble and he was looking for somewhere to go, so his pivot foot was already established, and that's the one he let up.
Contreras gets it, looks for Johnson at the low post. Good defense by Baragiola. The tip.
And Baragiola is probably going to go have a seat because he just picked up his 4th foul.
Well, that's tough. He played some good defense there, and after the Johnson miss, Alex Poston gets the ball. And
check it. They did not call it on. They called it on Perkins.
Well, that's good.
And that's only his 2nd.
And Alex Poston will go to the line with a pair of foul shots. The first one's a little flat, kind of hits the front iron, the glass, and rattles out.
So he'll get a 2nd.
He eyes it. He wears number 45. Shots on the way. This one's good. Had a little more height, a little more elevation, and finds the bottom of the net. And the lead is now 12. It's the largest of the night. Havlick looks left side for Twellman. He'll cycle to the back right wing. Now left wing for Havlick. He drives against Johnson, gets him in the air. Good job by Havlick. He doesn't get the shot to go, but he got the big man Johnson in the air. Once he was in the air, he just jumped up and picked up the easy foul. He'll have 2 shots.
Well, and that is Johnson's 2nd foul. So not any type of foul trouble there.
First foul shot on the way, splashes home. Silex has Baragiola, Twellman, Havlick at the line, Thurlman, and Wesley Perkins, their starting five. Now minus Baragiola. Second foul shot, no good. Johnson with the rebound. Brunning quickly ahead to Contreras, left wing beyond three. And it splashes home, nothing but the bottom of the net.
It's his first points of the night, and what a way to do it with a three-point shot.
28-14. Lead is pushed to 14. 5:44 left to play here in the third quarter. Havlick around a Thurlman screen. Can't get an open shot. Perkins puts it on the floor, left wing, top of the key between the circles for Twellman. He looks left baseline, nothing there. And the offense resets. Havlick hands to Perkins, who dribbles into the paint, kicks it right side. Thurlman. And the ball's going to be out of bounds, but they'll whistle a foul against Johnson.
And that'll be his third.
His third. Ball will be Silex under the basket. It was not a shooting foul. Johnson's going to take a seat on the bench.
No, they don't really lose a lot of height with him coming off and Beck coming back in.
Well, Hayden Beck's listed at 6'1", Johnson at 6'6". Johnson's certainly taller, but it doesn't look like that much.
No.
Baragiola over Poston. Shot won't go, and rebound Hayden Beck. Hayden Beck is a very athletic player as well. Has a lot of hops in that 6'1" frame, which I'm guessing he might be a little taller than that by now. Posted beyond three, top of the key. Looks right side for Brunning. He dribbles to the post, dumps it down low, and score the easy basket on a good look to Hayden Beck.
Give him 6 on the night and extends that lead to 16 for the Wildcats.
Havlick walks it across the timeline, looks to Baragiola right wing. Top of the key. Perkins, he'll step into a three, a little bit strong. Rebound fought for, loose. Poston gets it. He'll hand to Beck, and Wright City comes the other direction. .420 left in the third, 30-14 Wright City. It's been all Wright City after an early 11-4 Silex lead. Good defense. Thurlman tips it out of bounds. It'll stay with Wright City.
While we have subs coming in, want to remind you, Clopton tournament coverage all week on Eagle 102, brought to you by McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory, Northeast Missouri Title Company, McDingers, Calvert's Insurance Agency, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, and Hayden's Motorsports Center.
Baseline, three-pointer from Contreras on the way. This one's no good. Rebound underneath Wright City. Kicks it back out, post and top of the key for Beck. He stops from about 18. It won't go. And a nice rebound underneath by Cole Fessler just into the game. Havlick in some trouble. Picks up his dribble.
And Coach Aaron Hickey calls a timeout to save the possession. We'll take a timeout as well. Wright City right now leads the Silex by the score of 30-14. We'll have more when we return from the timeout here on Eagle 102.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provide farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Out of the timeout, it'll be Silex's basketball. They'll have it in their half of the court.
Silex down 30-14. Baragiola will inbound. He's got Fessler. He needs somebody.
Poston's jumping, man.
18-footer on the way. It won't go from Twellman. Rebound comes into the hands of Beck. And the 6'1 junior hands off to Contreras, who after his initial entry into the game has been the primary ball handler for Wright City. Brunning drives, kicks it left baseline for Contreras. They reset, post and top of the key. Entry pass to Brunning. He drives baseline, and his left-handed shot won't go.
And there's going to be a foul against Wright City. I believe they're going to call Brunning. That is who they get. It'll be his third, team's third. Mark Twain's basketball team in here to watch and see who they would possibly be facing on Wednesday night in the consolation game.
Twelman inbounds to Havlick, who will walk into the near court on the right side. Top of the key for Baragiola, looks baseline for Thurlman. He gets the entry pass and the left-hand layup off the glass, too strong. However, he'll go to the line with a pair of foul shots as Wright City picks up the foul.
They're going to call that on Contreras. That is his first, and that's the team's fourth. So a little role reversal in the first half. It was Silex picking up the early fouls.
First one on the way and rattles home for Thurlman.
He'll get a second.
Second on the way is good as well. 30-16. The lead is 14. Brunning in the backcourt, hikes it between his legs, but he picks it up and he'll get it to Weiser. Oh, and he just traveled.
Yeah, Myers with the travel as he came across the timeline. Went to throw it, and it just didn't leave his hands. So Silex will have it at the half-court line.
No, he continued walking, but still had the ball in his hands. Greg Meyer guards Havlick on the right wing. Top of the key between the circle for Twelman. Twelman directs traffic. Has Baragiola on the left wing. He'll hold it high and look inside for Havlick. Can't find him. Back to Twelman. Right side, Thurlman puts it on the ground, drives. Shot off the glass, it won't go. But back to the line.
And it looks like Myers will pick up his first foul of the night. No?
Well, Silex is certainly a different team with Blake Thurman on the floor. And he's generating offense. Taking it to the basket, drawing the foul. He makes the first foul shot.
That give him 3 points here in the second half, and it's all come from the free throw line with 2:30 to go in the third.
Well, and as you mentioned, the fouls are starting to build up on Wright City. They're at 5 right now, so another couple of foul shots or another couple of fouls, and Silex will be in the bonus. And Thurman makes the second as well. So the lead is down to 12.
It's starting to chip away at it a little bit.
Brunning has it left wing beyond 3 with the left-hand dribble, looks to the right side, swings it to the bleachers, nobody in particular. Pass was intended for Weiser, but it sailed out of bounds. So Silex has it back, trailing by 12, 2 minutes, 15 seconds left in the third, and they've got a chance to get this lead whittled down a little further.
Get it within 10 here if they can drop a 2.
Left wing, Twelman, inside for Havlick. He spins, lays it off the glass, too strong, won't go. Thurman rebound, score the basket for Blake Thurman, and it's 30-20.
He's got 6 here in the second half.
And the energy level you can see in the Silex players is starting to ramp up. They sense a little bit of momentum, and they're trying to capitalize on it. Beck with a long 3. That's a momentum killer, as Hayden Beck just steps back and drains about a 22-footer. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Well, Wright City needed something to break the run, and they got it.
They stopped that momentum, didn't they? Brought it back to their direction.
Three-pointer on the way from Thurman. It won't go. Rebound, Beck underneath. He clears the glass and hands off to Contreras, who comes into the near court. He just stops and launches an air ball. Probably not the shot that the Wright City head coach Ryan Benz was looking for. And it'll go back to the Owls.
Myers checks back in for Wright City, and he's right there to put a little pressure on Havlick as soon as he gets the basketball. Now he's going to back up a little bit, but it looks like they're going man-to-man defense here as Johnson also returns.
Just a minute left here in the third. Havlick drives, kicks it into the corner for Perkins. Havlick gets it back beyond 3, 50 seconds left in the third. Havlick is going to be fouled. That's the 6th team foul.
And that's going to be Myers again. He'll be his third or second. So it's going to be a nice free throw shooting for Silex the rest of the half.
Perkins set to inbound. Needs to get it in. He does. Havlick gets it. He's looking inside for Fessler, guarded by Beck. Now left side of the lane, the drive gets everybody in the air. That's Johnson just back in the game, and that should go against Johnson, his fourth.
Well, we'll see if they tagged Beck with it. They're
both
there.
I suppose that could have gone either way because they both fouled Havlick. They tackled him out of bounds into the soft padding on the aforementioned short end line.
Oh, they're calling it just a 1-and-1, which I kind of thought he was going for the shot, but hey.
First one on the way. It's good.
Doesn't matter. He's getting 2 anyway.
Havlick will have another chance. 33-21.
Just 37 ticks to go here in the third. Elsberry making their way in to sit as well. And funny enough, they're sitting right in front of Mark Twain.
Havlick makes a pair. Foul shooting a little bit stronger here in the second half. The lead is 11 with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Into the near court, Weiser. He hands off to Beck. He puts it on the hip. Sets the offense, dribbles to the right side, beyond 3 for Weiser. Weiser holds it up, back to Beck. He drives, he hangs in the air. The running one-hander's nothing but the bottom of the net. And the lead back to 13.
Beck has 7 here in the third, or in the game. 7 here in the second half, 11 in the game.
Silex across the timeline with 5. Havlick with 3, dribbles into the lane, ball on the ground, and shots on the way. It's not going to count as the buzzer sounds, ending 3 periods of play. 35-22 is our score.
We've got your fourth quarter action coming up next here on Eagle 102.
Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, and MLS number 407724.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Quick update from the high school gym, the new gym, as Monroe City starting to stretch their lead a little bit. They now lead Louisiana in the fourth quarter, 55-29. I think pretty much most figured that Monroe City would advance on with having the season that they're having. In this one, Wright City has the lead at 35-22, but Silex is trying to stop some bleeding here, and if they can continue having success from the free throw line here in the fourth, they're definitely going to make Wright City reconsider fouling.
They've certainly chipped away at it a little bit, and going to try and keep the comeback ongoing. Havlick gets to Thurlman, baseline, back to Havlick beyond 3, fakes it. He looks, gives to the right side to Twellman. Right baseline, back to Twellman, open three-pointer on the way. It was on line, but just a little bit short, but Twellman gets it back, and he'll hand to Perkins. He's cut off by Contreras. Entry pass, Thurlman hangs in the air. Good-looking shot, doesn't get it to go. And rebound pulled down by Poston of Wright City.
Well, Ronnie, something else that changed in the third quarter. Turnover. Silex had 1 and Wright City had 2.
Well, the flow of the game was a lot better, and that's the reason why. Contreras has it near court, beyond 3 on the left wing. Bounce pass for Johnson. He spins into the lane. Shot high off the glass. It won't go. And rebound controlled by Perkins. He'll hand to Havlick, and Silex comes near court.
So really, Johnson playing with some foul trouble, so he has to play a little gingerly here in this gymnasium.
Twellman and Havlick play pitch and catch beyond the 3. Thurlman launches a 3, can't get it. He gets another shot in the air, but it's blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Silex.
And why they set up, want to thank Midwest Heating and Cooling, One Multi-Sports Complex, Wood Smoke Meats, Liggins Flooring, and Bowen Constructions, all sponsors of Clopton Tournament coverage here on Eagle 102.
Perkins will put it in play. He looks right side beyond 3, on the way, in and out. Shot won't go from Tyler Twellman, and that one looked good and spun a full 360. Rebound comes to Wright City and Hayden Beck. Hayden Beck to Brunning. He gives top of the key between the circles for Johnson. Left wing for Beck. Puts it on the floor. Hangs in the air. He's going to get it to go, and the foul.
They call that on Twelman. That is his third. Team's second of the half.
Beck is very athletic, good ball player. Dribbled in traffic there and hung in the air, drew the contact, and still was able to get the shot to go. Second foul shot's no good. They're going
to call it on Poston. Call a foul on him. We're walking to the other end. I believe it'll be Perkins shooting 1-1.
Yeah, I didn't really see all that. There's a rebound that came off the rim and bounced a little bit left, and, well, I didn't see it, but that's not surprising.
Well, they all grouped there, and all of a sudden we missed it.
Good for Silex. Wesley Perkins will have a chance to shoot some free throws. First one's on the way and good, so he'll get another. 37-24. 37-23.
Mm-hmm.
Now 37-24. I had a premonition,
well,
Marianne.
You have a loggerman running the clock over here, and you just don't question those loggermans when they're running the clock. Well, unless it's Larry.
Wright City, 6:16 left in the fourth. They're going to whistle. They're going to whistle Twelman for the foul. Twelman and Thurman putting some pressure on Brunning out on the left wing.
Coach Aaron Hickey kind of questioned that. I'm glad he's questioned that because I was questioning it myself. But
yeah, that one was actually right here in front of us. And
well, whatever it was, Coach Hickey accepted. So must have saw it. Or sometimes when the kids are jumping right in front of us, we don't quite see it all either. So
Ian Beckham checks in. Twelman takes a seat on the bench. Three-pointer from Beck on the way. No good. Rebound Poston. Entry pass for Beck. His shot from the baseline contested and guarded tightly by Perkins, but it still goes. And Hayden Beck is having a half here for sure.
Yeah, he is.
Beckham into the corner for Thurman. Beckham gets it back out. He'll set the offense between the circles. Top of the key, left baseline for Thurman. Havlick thought about a long three, but passed it up. Beckham gets it back. Havlick now has it guarded by Brunning. He looks baseline for Thurman. Three-pointer on the way. This one looks long. It is. Tipped but controlled by Silex. I believe that's Perkins has it. Double-teamed.
And he's going to be fouled. He's going to the free throw line.
He is. Contreras picked up the foul on the baseline.
That'll be his second. Team's ninth.
1-1 coming. 24-39. Front end of the 1-1 on the way. It's off the mark from Perkins. Johnson with the rebound. He'll hand to Brunning, who gets it to Beck, who brings it into the near court. 5:14 left, 39-24 Wright City. Johnson to Contreras. He'll cycle it back to the right wing for Beck. Stutter step, a little out of control. Didn't get it to go. Rebound underneath, controlled by Silex Perkins. He'll hand to Havlick. Ball's ahead of the charging Beckham for Silex, but he couldn't run it down.
Yeah,
Pass was just too far.
Just out of reach for him. We got a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. 4:54 to go here in the basketball game. Wright City leads Silex 39-24. You're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Your home for area high school sports is on Eagle 102, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Out of the timeout, it's Wright City leading Silex 39-24. We've got a 4:54 to go here in this basketball game. Don't forget, we've got a second game as Mark Twain and Elsberry will tangle after this one.
Well, Silex extends the pressure.
Got a 2-2-1.
Yes, we do. Wright City gets it across the timeline. Beck now drives into the paint, looks right baseline for Johnson. He hangs in the air. He can't get it to go. Ball's on the ground and kicked. That's out of bounds. It should stay with Wright City, and it does.
And really, it's almost even hard to see it was kicked underneath there as much as everybody was clamoring around down there.
Nearly picked off the inbounds pass, but Beck does get it back, and he drives, looks for Johnson. Contreras gets it back. Johnson has it, spins in the lane, guarded by Baragiola. Beck left baseline three off the backboard, shot up and in. On the rebound is Alex Poston.
I tell you what, Poston was just in the right spot because it bounced directly off the backboard right into his hands.
Yeah, it hit the side of the backboard. And we're going to have a reach-in foul. That should go against Poston.
And that is who they do call it on. It's going to send Baragiola to the free throw line where he will get to shoot a 1-and-1. Nope, that's 2.
We are at 10 team fouls for Wright City. 41-24 for 13.
First free throw is no good. While he's getting set for the second, let's think Taste of Philly, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, Orff Construction, Lynn Heritage's House, and Bowling Green Lumber.
Second foul shot rattles in, and again the 2-2-1 full court pressure. Hayden Beck breaks it easily, gets it to Contreras, middle of the court. Silex drops back into their defense. Wright City sets up their half-court offense. Top of the key, Poston left baseline, Contreras. He has Beck on the baseline, doesn't go there. He brings it back out to Brunning. Now skims it to the right side for Beck. He dribbles into the free throw line. Cut off there by Baragiola and Fessler. Johnson holds it above his head, gives it back to Beck. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. He'll just stop and pop from three, and it's nothing but the bottom of the deck for Hayden Beck.
I may need to borrow your fingers and toes to count up his points tonight.
He is having a game for sure. Air ball on the way from the corner. Thurman couldn't get it. Beck's ahead of the pack, and he had it blocked. Rebound was controlled by...
we're going to call a foul. Oh, and they're going to call it on Beck.
I didn't see that. I was looking to the baseline where Baragiola was trying to control the rebound. He did, but when he came down, he was on the end line. So something was going on.
Well, and then he fell backwards. He came off balance, and he fell down, and he was unhappy that he fell down because he thought he was going to lose possession. Instead, he's going to get to go to the free throw line.
And they're going to call Beck with the foul. All right, first shot's a little flat. When he's made them tonight from the foul line, he's gotten some air underneath him. And that one came in a little bit low and caught the front iron.
Perkins returns to the game for the Owls with 3:17 left to go.
Another one on the way. Too strong. Rebound, Thurman. It's blocked. Contreras pulls it down for Wright City. He pushes into the near court. He goes around Havlick. Rebound goes to Silex. Thurman with the rebound of the miss. He pushes into the near court. He looks to create some offense. Has the trailer Havlick. Kicks it back right baseline beyond three to Thurman. Now the three-pointer on the way is good. Score the basket from three for Blake Thurman. Actually on the three, that was Daniel Havlick. The assist to Thurman.
And we've got a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. With 2:58 to go here in the basketball game, Wright City leads Silex 44-28. You're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Just under 3 minutes to go here in this basketball game where Wright City has the lead over Silex 44-28. Don't forget, we've got a second game coming your way immediately following this one as Mark Twain and Elsberry will go head-to-head.
Well, Silex trailing 44-28. Wright City will inbound the ball. Again, full court pressure by the Owls. Contreras has it, and he has Brunning in the backcourt with him. Poston now comes into the backcourt as well. Contreras gets it across the timeline. Ball's tipped, but controlled by Brunning. He puts it on the floor, dumps it down low, nearly out of bounds.
That's Smith who came in the game.
Contreras looks to run some time. And Smith to Brunning. Brunning puts the three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound controlled by Baragiola. Havlick comes near court. Beyond three on the way for Twelman. I thought that may have been blocked a little bit. Rebound comes into the hands of Silex. Steven Salyer, he couldn't get it to go either.
I tell you what, Silex hasn't let their foot off the gas pedal here, even down 44-28 at 2 minutes to go in the game.
No, they've played much better the second half. That second quarter into that long drought, it just obviously dug a hole they couldn't recover from. Silex gets the rebound to the Wright City miss. Baragiola pulls it down. Head and fake three. Now Sellier takes the 18-footer. Rebound comes to Perkins. He puts it up. It won't go. And Contreras gets it for Wright City. A minute and a half left in this one.
Man-to-man defense still from the Owls.
Well, you talk about like I said, much better in the second half. The turnovers that they committed that led to that big Wright City run, that was the difference in this ball game. Three-pointer on the way, missed. Havlick gets it. He's out ahead of the pack, guarded by Contreras. Some contact, but no foul as Havlick tried to take it to the basket. Ball's out of bounds. It'll stay with Silex.
Some ones check in, Myers and Thurman. Flessner. Yeah, Cole is returning to the game.
Cole's in there.
Yeah. It's sometimes just easier.
Apparently so, yes. Three-pointer on the way from the corner. High-arcing shot from Thurman. He won't get it. He gets his own rebound. And over his own defender, he's got that one to drop over. Good defense by Perkins. They collided. Timeout has been taken.
We'll take a timeout as well with minute 6 to go. Wright City leads by 14, 44-30. You're listening to Clopton Tournament on Eagle 102.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
It'll be Wright City's ball coming out of the timeout where they have the lead of 44-36 in the high school gym. Monroe City got the win over Louisiana by the score of 66-34. So Monroe City on to the the championship game, while Louisiana is waiting to see who they'll face in the third place game.
In the backcourt, Dalton Weiser. He looks ahead for Johnson just across the timeline. He gets it across, holds it high on the right wing. Middle of the circle, between the circles for Drake Myers. They look to run some time as he plays pitch and catch with Weiser.
And Thurman will be tagged with a foul.
Well, he almost had the steal there, kind of a late whistle, as the ball was bounding towards the bleachers. But they're going to get Blake with the personal. Only the fourth team foul on Clopton this half.
It is his fourth as well.
Well, there's some contact there. They've got to call something. It should be most likely against Silex.
It will.
I think if Cole had have stayed on the ground there, he had good position, might have drawn the charge, but as Johnson went to the basket, Fessler came off the ground and drew the foul. Johnson's foul shot too strong. It bounces off the back iron, no good.
McMailer & Sons, Backhoe Excavating, Rawls County Mutual Insurance, Alicia Koenig, Remax Realty Agent, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, and Pike County Title Company, all sponsors of tournament action here on Eagle 102.
40 seconds left in this one as Johnson's second foul shot went down. Silex into the near court, top of the key. Havlick fakes the three, left wing for Perkins, back to Havlick. Havlick looks baseline, corralled there by Sellier. Havlick gets it, 26. Baseline entry pass. Thurman with the easy layup. Good look there. Assist to Havlick. And it's 45-32. 20 seconds left in this one. Wright City looking to pick up the win. Silex played about 3 quarters of really strong basketball. Just had a stretch in there about a quarter long at the end of the first and beginning of the second where they couldn't get it done. This one is final, 45-32. Time has run out in this Consolation semifinal game.
We've got your Abel's postgame show for you coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, that was one that Silex had a nice lead. They led by as many as 7 in the first half. However, it wasn't enough as Wright City came back to get the win to advance on to the Consolation game on Saturday night by the score of 45-32. We were knotted at 11 at the end of the first. Then Wright City went into the locker room up 22-13 at the half. 35-22 was your score at the end of the third, and as we mentioned, 45-32 here in your final score. Let's take a look at some scoring for the Silex Owls. They were led tonight by Blake Thurman. He put up 16 points on the night, followed by Daniel Havlick with 10. Tyler Twellman had a big 3 back in the first quarter. Wesley Perkins added a pair of free throws, and Blake Baragiola added a free throw as well. For Wright City, their leading scorer tonight was Hayden Beck. He knocked down 16 points for the Wildcats, followed in there by Kyle Johnson with 11, Trent Bruning with 10, and then with 3 each, Brandon Contreras and Alex Poston. Free throw shooting was a little bit of a concern for both teams this evening. As far as turnovers went, it was definitely cleaner in the second half than it was on the first. That's going to take care of your Abel's postgame show. We're going to reset things and be back with the pregame show for our game between Mark Twain and Elsberry coming up next here on Eagle 102.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Perkins Electrical Service, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Kayla Caldwell, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, member SIPC.
The Eagle 102 pregame show is coming up, brought to you by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
We're ready for our second game of the night, where it's the Elsberry Indians taking on the Mark Twain Tigers. 6-7 matchup. Excuse me, as I got a little choked up. Now I was awful excited about calling this game with you that I just got all choked up.
Well, I heard that over there. I have that effect on a lot of people. I leave a lot of people speechless.
Is that what we're going with? For what exact reason do we want to know?
I'm not going to comment on that.
You're not. Anxious to see what this one's going to look like tonight. This is an EMO conference matchup between these two. Both teams have some rebuilding year going on. Caleb Johnson has been the coach for Elsberry. He's done some really nice things with the boys team this year. And I noticed that on his bench helping him out again tonight will be Carrie Coke Dow. Of course, she has a little bit of experience for those who may not have heard of her.
Yeah, she's been around Elsberry basketball and basketball in general just a little bit in her life.
Just a little. She may have a resume that definitely warrants it. And I noticed that the girls and the boys teams have been doing a lot of work together, and I'll be anxious to see how that pays off here for the Indians. They keep chipping away and seem to be getting better each and every game that they step on the court, and that's always the key. They are without. I will have to look at his name. They took it off my sheet here. Had surgery. He shattered his. I think they said his ankle, part of leg, had surgery. So we wish him the best and a speedy recovery.
And he is here. I saw him walking in on crutches and in a cast, and so it's good that he's able to be here, and hopefully he'll have a full and complete recovery.
Now, Mark Twain, again, got a chance to watch them the other night in the other gym, Rodney. And, again, height, they don't have it. Mark Twain just does not have height this year at all. But what they do have is they have a lot of heart, and they got a lot of spunk. And really they got in there, and they made them work for it, kind of messed up their offenses with their defense right in your face there for a little bit. When they went into a zone defense, they were able to cut off passes and really help themselves, but it just wasn't quite enough to be able to get the scoring done to get the win. So, they had a tough Clopton team that they faced. Clopton had a major height advantage, but Mark Twain played to the very last buzzer.
Well, Clopton advanced over Mark Twain 67-28. Elsberry Winfield, the 2-7 matchup in the bracket, really a pretty close ball game. Winfield wins by 8 over Elsberry, 67-59 to send the Indians to the consolation bracket. And
I believe, if I'm remembering correctly from listening to Jim and Mark, that game got like within 5 down towards the end of the basketball game, but Elsberry had to foul Winfield to get possession, and really Winfield just stuck their free throws, and that was the deciding factor in that game. So we'll have to see where that goes this evening. Well, speaking of free throws, we've got your keys to the game coming up next here on Eagle 102.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Well, Rodney, I think the keys to the game tonight are going to be much like they were for our last game, and it's going to be taking the right shots. We see the offenses sometimes they get down in there and they're so worried about getting that fast break and getting down there that they don't set up the offense and take good shots. They just try to force it in there, and tonight to get that win, you're going to have to take those good shots.
Make the extra pass, get the open look. We talk about, I'm looking at the teams, and I agree with you that Elsberry has a pretty large size advantage. Well, I'm looking at the listed heights, and
it doesn't seem that way, does it?
It doesn't seem that way. The Mark Twain Tigers actually have a taller listed starting lineup, but sometimes people grow, so I don't know exactly how that's going to work.
Sometimes they grow, sometimes they may not quite have it. And one of the things I'm looking at here as far as keys to the game, Jackson Lake, I noticed that he was limping a little bit the other night when he came off the court, and he's not in the starting lineup tonight. But I see him out there, so hopefully he's doing good. Jorgen Kruger was the gentleman from Elsberry that had the surgery, and again, sending him the best wishes. Hopefully he gets well quickly. He's a sophomore, so we look forward to seeing him back on the court, if not by the end of this season, but of course next season. I'm not sure of the history there as far as how long that's going to take for that to get healed. But tonight it should be a good game. It'll be take care of the basketball. Elsberry going to have to stay out some foul trouble. You do, based on what we're seeing height-wise, you got a little bit of a height advantage. Mark Twain, they're going to rely a lot on a leak. He did a lot of it for him. And McLeod also coming in, Connor Eckler. He was big for them the other night as well, and you'll like being able to pick him out because he's got some hot orange shoes going on, so he's easy to spot on there. We'll also see Whaley coming off the bench. Lakota Preston is going to get the start tonight over Lake, and then of course the height for Mark Twain is going to come from Josh Brothers. He got in a little bit of foul trouble the other night, and they're going to try to feed the ball inside to him. And my guess is he's probably going to run into a little bit of trouble like he did against Clopton, where he's going to go up against some height. So it's not just as easy as turn and go up. But we'll see what type of difference this nice small gym makes. And as far as that perception goes, depth perception, that was what I was trying to think of before. I've heard several players talk about with the white walls and the short things, sometimes their depth perception gets off when they're doing the shots.
Yeah, and you've got the lighting is a little bit of an issue here as well. So there's some heating ducts that run across this gym that happen to also be very, very good at preventing the light from getting to the full backboard. So the backboards have a shadow just about a foot above the rim. Depth perception is an issue here, and it's just kind of a little bit of an odd situation.
Although, I have to tell you, I'm a kind of a stickler for the tradition and things like that I kind of like the fact that they still play in here. We hear everybody say, oh, we hate playing in that gym. But if you took it away, I guarantee you there's going to be people who's like, oh, I kind of miss playing in that gym.
It seems like it was a lot bigger 35 years ago. I know that.
Not just 35. It's been bigger for quite some time. And it's hard to believe that, they played in this gym at least up until, I believe, 95 or 96. I know that I never played in the new gym at Clopton. So if that tells you it's at least 20 plus years old down there in the new gym.
We call it the new gym. It is, of course, the Dale Miller Memorial Gymnasium.
Oh, are we memorializing it even though he's still with us?
I mean, He's got his name on it.
I'm
so.
telling you memorialized it for him.
I don't mean that in a negative, he's dead kind of way.
Yeah, well, Ed Lindsay, I saw him at the games the last couple nights. Of course, it's Ed Lindsay Court. I believe they're probably going to name this court after Larry the Legend.
Well, one would think.
One would think. I think I'm going to start that petition coming up here before too long. I mean, there for a while, the man did have a traveling fathead that went around with him. The people took a picture with it, and I think if that doesn't get you a gym named after you, I'm not sure what will.
I don't either. I don't know what would do it.
That's going to take care of the keys to the game. We've got your starting lineups for you coming up next here on Eagle 102.
Your home for area high school sports is on Eagle 102, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the number one priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
We will start with the guests on the scoreboard this evening. The Mark Twain Tigers there in their road jerseys, road blue with white numbers and black trim. They're starting a 5'9" sophomore wearing number 1, Lucas McLeod. A junior at 5'10", wearing number 3, Chase Hanner. A 5'9" senior wearing number 12, Dawson Leak. A 6-foot sophomore wearing number 23, Lakota Preston. And a 6'3" sophomore wearing number 35, Josh Brothers. Starting for the Elsberry Indians in their home white jerseys with white numbers and red trim. They're starting a 5'9" sophomore wearing number 2, Bryce Irving. A 5'10" junior wearing number 5, Eli Gladney. A 6'2" sophomore wearing number 10, Kyle Turnbull. A 5'9" sophomore wearing number 11, Caden Kinsler. And a 5'9" sophomore wearing number 14, Deshaun Dodson.
We're just about ready to go here. It'll be jumping center, Josh Brothers.
And we were talking about old a while ago. We want to give a shout out to our old buddy Jim Ross, who's listening in this evening. He probably remembers when both gyms were built.
Yeah, he was probably he was around before both of them, that's for sure. Mark Twain controls the tip into the backcourt. McLeod gets it, brings it near court, looks right baseline for Hayner. And Dawson Leak puts it on his hip. He kicks it left wing. Now baseline. Cross-court pass under the basket, tipped out of bounds, touched by Bryce Irving. He got his hand on it, denied the entry pass. And Mark Twain's Lucas McLeod will slap the ball and put it in play. He gets it left baseline on the three-point line. Three-pointer on the way, maybe a 2 from Hayner. It rims out. Elsberry controls. Deshaun Dodson brings it into the near court. He'll hand off to Bryce Irving. Irving bounce pass right side of the lane for Kinsler. Kinsler slows it down beyond 3. Three-pointer on the way. High arcing shot won't go for Dodson.
Oh, it does. It falls. That 3 kind of bounced on the front of the rim, and then it fell.
It did.
It did.
It went very high in the air. My eyes are bad, but they shouldn't be that bad. Quickly back the other direction. In transition, score the basket for Josh Brothers. It's 3-2, a fast-paced game, full court, 1-2-2 pressure from Mark Twain. Into the near court for Elsberry. Dodson now kicks it right side. Another 3 on the way. This one is nothing but the bottom of the net. And Caden Kinsler makes it a 6-2 Elsberry advantage.
So 4-point lead, obviously the largest of the night, and Elsberry's coming out on fire. Mark Twain has their first turnover on the travel call.
Pressure in the backcourt by Deshaun Dodson. Lucas McLeod turns it over, and Dodson will put it in play. He has Kinsler in the backcourt. He'll walk it across the timeline. Defense picked up by McLeod. Kinsler with the left-hand dribble out near half court. And he turns it over. Good defense and pressure as Lucas McLeod extended the defense all the way to the timeline, and it caused the turnover.
Head coach Jared Ackright giving McLeod a pat on the back for a good job well done.
So Elsberry will get it. Mark Twain will get it. McLeod puts it in play. He'll hand off to Chase Hayner, the 5'10 junior. He dribbles into a trap, picks it up, in trouble, looks down to the baseline. Dawson Leak gets it. He can't get a shot off. Quick recovery by Elsberry. Top of the key, Lakota Preston. Now left wing, three-pointer. They're going to call it a 2 for Chase Hayner, and it's 6-4. Full court pressure. Elsberry in the backcourt. Gladney gets it to the left wing for Dotson. They cross the timeline just in time. Now baseline, handoff given to Bryce Irving. Now left baseline, in the paint, won't go. Rebound off the basket, off the backboard, and good. Score that one. I believe that was Dodson that got it, or Kinsler.
Kyle Turnbow with
Turnbow, steal, driving, Kinsler off the glass and in, and it's 10-4. A quick 4-0 run by Elsberry. Their pressure creating turnovers and then converting the points in transition. Into the front court, Preston. Got a whistle, going to call a foul.
And they're going to tag Dotson with that one. That'll be his first, team's first. We've got Lake coming in along with Eckler for Leak and Preston.
10-4, 5:26 left in the first, and what has been a very fast-paced first quarter of this game. Entry pass to the baseline, spun back outside for Leak. He gets it to the right baseline. He gets it back. They're going to call a traveling on Lucas McLeod. He turned it over on the right baseline. So Elsberry will get it, leading by 6. Gladney swings right side for Dotson across the timeline.
There we go. That was a backcourt violation as Kinsler was jumping into the front court, but Dotson hit him a little bit early.
Yeah, Dotson dribbled into a trap right across the timeline, and as you mentioned, he goes back to Kinsler before Kinsler had gained position. Oh, there was a travel they missed. Give and go, though. Basket won't go. Mark Twain missed it. Elsberry with the rebound. Coming quickly into the near court. Drives, glass, score the basket for Bryce Irving, and Elsberry on top 12-4 has forced a timeout.
Mark Twain wants to take a timeout to talk about it. We'll hear from some of our sponsors. You're listening to the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
4:50 left in the first quarter, 12-4 Elsberry. Mark Twain inbounds the ball. McLeod gets it into the near court, dribbles right into a trap. He splits the trap, gets out of it, and they reset as Hayner sets the offense. Look right side for Jackson Lake. Lake holds it. He'll hand back to Hayner. Hayner and Lake play a two-man game. 2-1-2 zone. Ball's thrown out of bounds by Lake.
Yeah, I'm glad that you have to differentiate the Lakes and the Leaks tonight because I struggled with that on Tuesday night.
So Elsberry gets it back, leading by 8. Into the near court, the press is broke. Nice give and go, score the basket for Elsberry. Kyle Turnbull with the assist from Eli Gladney or Bryce Irving. I couldn't see. I think it was Bryce Irving with the assist. And the lead is 10. Cross-court entry pass. Well, Lucas McLeod had the shot but hesitated, and the defense collapsed. He did draw the foul, and there'll be 2 shots coming for Lucas McLeod.
And really, he heard the footsteps running across and can't blame him. He thought he'd wait and let the defender jump, and then he would go up, but they rebounded quickly.
First foul shot goes in.
So Preston coming in, also checking in the basketball game now is Whaley. Devin Whaley for Mark Twain, going to give Brothers a breather. And so Preston will come in for McLeod should he drop this second free throw shot. And while they talk about that, let's thank sponsors People's Bank of Trust in Bowling Green, Penrod Real Estate, Bolin Chevrolet, Sun Window Company, and Spring Valley Accounting.
Second foul shot drops as well. 14-6. Just a couple of ticks more than 4 minutes left in the first quarter of what has been a very fast-paced game here in the consolation bracket. Elsberry in the backcourt, full court pressure. Looks to break the pressure, having some trouble. Into the near court, they do get it across the timeline. Kinsler sets the offense, has it stripped and tipped away. Mark Twain controls. Mark Twain, entry pass into the paint. They're going to call a foul.
No, a travel. They're going to call a travel.
Really?
They did.
Well, I thought they might have gotten Bryce Irving with a slap there. The travel takes place. The turnover gives it back to the Indians.
Yeah, Mark Twain working on that trap game here. And we've got a timeout, I believe, as Coach Caleb Johnson wants to talk to his Indians. We'll hear from some of our sponsors. With 3:34 to go in the first quarter, Elsberry leads Mark Twain 14-6 as you're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
As we come out of the timeout, it'll be Elsberry's basketball.
Elsberry leading by 8 now, 14-6. Into the front court with it is Dodson. He hands it off to Irving. He's going to be fouled on the floor before the shot. I think that's Mark Twain's just their first foul of the game. Not many fouls at all thus far. 3 total in the game, 2 by Elsberry, 1 Mark Twain. Elsberry gets it in. Kyle Turnbull takes the inbounds pass. He gets the top of the key for Irving. Irving with the left-handed crossover dribble. Bounce pass right side. Driving the lane with the left hand off the glass and in for Deshaun Dodson. The 5'9 sophomore stretches the lead to 10. Elsberry applies pressure in the backcourt. Pass across court to Jackson Lake. He gets down low. He had a man open but couldn't corral it, but they do maintain possession. Three-pointer on the way is the airball variety from Connor Eckler.
Yeah, he thought he had it set, and his feet were square, but just wasn't quite enough oomph on that shot.
Just left it a little bit short. It brushed the underneath side of the basket on its way by.
So Irving checks out of the basketball game. Coach Caleb Johnson talking to him. Entering the ball game for Elsberry is Gavin Reller.
Reller, he kicks it down, now looking to the baseline. Spin move in the paint. Shot off the front iron, crawls in for Kyle Turnbull. And the lead is now 12, its largest of the night. Turnover. Well, 2 turnovers. Now 3. We had 2 passes and 3 turnovers. 2 by Mark Twain and 1 by Elsberry. After it all shakes out, the Indians will have the ball right baseline in the backcourt.
Brothers re-enters the basketball game for Mark Twain.
Dodson in the backcourt, hands to Kinsler. Ball is tipped. The pressure that time causes the turnover. A nice job by the Tigers. And into the near court is Lakota Preston. Handoff right side, drive off the glass and in. Score that one for Lake. And the lead is 10. With the ball, Caden Kinsler. Looking to trap. They get it across the timeline. And they'll set their offense. Dodson on the floor, over to the left wing for 3 for Gavin Reller just into the game, and he cans a 3-pointer. 21-8 is our score. Mark Twain in the backcourt with it. Breaks the timeline. Into the near court is Devin Whaley. Whaley lobs it inside down low for Brothers. Shot won't go.
They're going to tag Kyle Turnbull with his first foul.
And they're going to call it before the shot. So Mark Twain maintains possession, but they do not get the foul shots. Jackson Lake. Lake.
Yep, I know. Got it.
You jinxed me.
I told you.
Lake gets it in to Connor Eckler. Three-pointer from the corner on the way off the top of the backboard, and it goes down for Jackson Lake. That was an unconventional angle, but it was a good result for Mark Twain. Elsberry, Reller into the front court. They're going to whistle a foul on Eckler of Mark Twain as the entry pass went to Evan Wilson into the corner. Wilson, Turnbull, Reller, Kinsler on the floor. Three-pointer on the way, off the mark, no good. Caden Kinsler couldn't get it to fall. Quickly the other direction, Mark Twain. It's slapped out of bounds. I believe Evan Wilson touched it, and it'll stay with the Tigers underneath their own basket.
This has been a quick quarter, only 1:05 to go here in the first. We've got another substitution in for Elsberry. Checking in is Kane Sadler.
Eckler to trigger. He slaps the ball and he looks in for Lake. Lakes it gets it beyond three. Now baseline back for Eckler. Eckler and Lake. Right side for Preston. Preston swings it to the left side, out of bounds. Unforced error, turnover against Connor Eckler and Mark Twain. Elsberry has it.
And that is their 8th turnover here in the first quarter.
Well, 8 turnovers and they're down by 10 points. There is a correlation. Elsberry, no full court pressure now. They'll pick up pressure as they cross the timeline. With the ball, Evan Wilson, he gets it into Reller's hands. He looks to drive baseline. That's going to be a foul.
And they're going to call it on Brothers.
I really thought they were going to get Reller because from my angle it looked like he put an elbow into Reller's chest, or Reller put an elbow into Brothers' chest. Nonetheless, they're going to catch Brothers with it, and Elsberry will inbound. Kinsler, he gets it in to Wilson, to Reller, now beyond three. Gladney drives.
Oh, there's a travel.
Well, Gladney picked up the dribble. However, he did not stop walking or running.
And then he just fell to the ground.
That is a violation. 33 seconds left in the first, 21-11. Elsberry on top by 10. Lake comes near court, looks right side, gets it back baseline. Another turnover. Errant pass from Dawson Leak to Jackson Lake. Leak to Lake, went out of bounds. Elsberry gets it back with 23 ticks. Reller will take it in the backcourt and hand back to Kinsler. Kinsler hands to Wilson. Wilson's in some trouble to get it across the timeline with 11 seconds. Kinsler wants to set things up with 8 to get a good shot here as the end of the first quarter. With 4, with 3, needs to do something. He drives. There's going to be a whistle and a foul.
And that's going to be called on Preston.
So Elsberry has 2.2 seconds to get a shot off here. Reller will inbound. He needs some help. Well, that's a long shot on the way. No good. Just skimmed the underneath side of the basket. After one period of play, Elsberry 21, Mark Twain 11.
We've got second quarter action coming your way next here on Eagle 102.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Want to remind you we have coverage for you all week here from the Clopton Invitational Tournament. Tomorrow night's girls championship night, Saturday night is boys championship night, and coverage this week has been brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calvert's Insurance Agency, McDingers, who, by the way, when Clopton wins, it's 50% off appetizers the next day at McDingers, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory.
Second quarter set to get underway. Elsberry has it. They have Irving, Dodson, Gladney, Kane Sadler, and Turnbull on the floor. Dodson gets it with the left hand, picks up his dribble, top of the key for Sadler. Sadler hands to Irving. Irving bounce pass right side for Gladney. Gladney inlet pass, turnaround shot is blocked, no good. Good entry pass to Kane Sadler. He couldn't get the shot to go. On the rebound, they're going to say the foul was on the floor, so Elsberry maintains possession.
And Brothers picks up his second foul. In the other gym right now, Winfield leads Clopton at 26-12 in the second.
7:35 left to go here in the second period in our game. Elsberry to inbound under their own basket. And they get it in. Dodson hands right side for Gladney. Gladney stops and pops from the free throw line, rattles out, no good. Rebound underneath Elsberry, but they're going to whistle Kane Sadler with the foul. That's Kane's first and Elsberry's
On air,
fourth.
online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
So rude of Chad to interrupt us when we're trying to call a game.
I know, we've got things going on here, and
he just wants to talk.
Blurts right in.
Just because he's a state representative.
Well, after all of that, Elsberry has it under the Mark Twain basket. Irving cycles to the middle of the court, breaks the pressure, and he'll set up the offense from there. Irving with the left-hand dribble, has Sadler at the free throw line, looks to the driving Dodson, couldn't get it. He takes it to the glass himself, score that basket for Bryce Irving, the 5'9 sophomore.
To a 12-point lead for Elsberry. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the half.
Mark Twain into the near court, dribbling into the trap as Lucas McLeod. Bounce pass free throw line. Now beyond three is Preston. He drives to the glass, swatted out of bounds off the wall. Kyle Turnbull with the block of the Lakota Preston shot.
So right now, Mark Twain's got to find a little bit of an answer, try to find their way to the bucket. They've gotten into the front court, but just had a hard time finding the hole.
Mark Twain set to inbound underneath their own basket. Inbounds pass from McLeod. He gets it. Corner jump shot on the way. Rims out, no good for Eckler. Rebound underneath Preston, and he gets it to go.
That's his first 2 points of the night. Brings it back to within 10 for the Tigers.
Elsberry quickly into the near court. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be a turnover.
Deshaun Dotson, do not go wheeling into those bleachers like that again, please.
That pass was just off of Dotson's fingertips, and he and the ball arrived at the bleachers about the same time.
I'm pretty sure that Coach Caleb Johnson would agree with me that they don't need any more injuries, and Dotson's going to pick up a foul as he was aggressive over there in the face of Eckler.
Well, he had him. Eckler was backing up and was probably about to travel, but he just got a little too close, and they got him with the push.
And actually, they're going to discuss it here, too. Officials going to discuss whether it should be a travel or a foul against him, and I do like that they're coming together to discuss this. And actually, they're going to call the timeout instead. It looks like that there's no foul on Dotson, so we'll take a timeout instead with 6:11 to go here in the second quarter. Elsberry leads Mark Twain by 10, 23-13, as you're listening to high school basketball on Eagle 102.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Follow Area High School Sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Well, Ronnie, it's been quite an interesting first half here. We saw Elsberry's come out with a lot of excitement and a lot of spunk with them. And Mark Twain, they're trying to get in there, but as I mentioned, the problem with them right now is just getting to the hole.
Both teams are playing fast and trying to put pressure on, sometimes full court pressure, certainly half court trapping pressure, and it's created a lot of turnovers, especially for Mark Twain, and that has limited the number of productive possessions they have, and they have to do a better job of that here in the second to get back in this game.
And there's their first turnover here of the second quarter as Hanner got called on the travel.
So Elsberry will get the ball here. Mark Twain still has some full court pressure, but this time Elsberry brings it across easily. Kinsler gets top of the key for Turnbull.
And that's going to be a foul on Eckler as he made a contact. That is his first, but it's going to be team sixth.
Elsberry will be in the bonus from here on out, shooting foul shots, free throws after each Mark Twain foul. Well, bounce pass intended for Turnbull from Kinsler, and it got kicked out of bounds, last touched by Elsberry, so Mark Twain gets it back. No pressure this time. Jackson Lake, the 5'9 sophomore, walks it into the near court, right across the Hawk logo in the old gymnasium. Preston off the glass and in, a nice baseline move, and the lead is 8 for Elsberry.
Tell you what, I'm going to give a shout out to the Elsberry cheerleaders at the moment. They're sitting in the stands cheering, and they're using the stands with some make some noise over there.
Spinning into the lane, score the basket for Caden Kinsler, and he gets the answer. A nice one-on-one basketball move. The spin move creates separation and knock down the 6-footer.
He give him 7 here in the first half for the Indians. 25-15 under score, 5:07 to go in the second.
Lake, Preston, and Eckler. Driving to the glass, the basket will go for Connor Eckler, the 6-foot sophomore.
His first 2 points of the night. And Preston's going to pick up another foul. And as we head to the free throw line to shoot free throws, a one-on-one, I want to thank Midwest Heating and Cooling, One Multi-Sports Complex, Wood Smoke Meats, Liggins Flooring, and Bowen Construction.
A one and bonus coming as Kinsler was fouled, bringing the ball up the far side of the court.
Oh, we had to wait and get a shoe tied there from McLeod.
Yeah. .448 left in the second, 25-17. Make it 26-17 as the first foul shot crawls over the front iron for Caden Kinsler.
Those Kinsler kids, they've got some basketball talent, that's for sure.
Second one on the way, high arcing shot. Also hits front iron, back iron glass. And good, the lead is 10 for the Elsberry Indians over the Mark Twain Tigers.
And just so you know, that would be Kerry Cokedale's nephew.
Well, that would certainly make some sense there.
Yes. And since it seems that she's acting as assistant coach, I'm guessing that they spend a lot of time shooting free throws.
I would say so. All right, well, a turnover in the backcourt by Mark Twain gives it back to Elsberry. And Elsberry trying to stretch the lead to 12. It's 10 right now. Baseline pass, reverse layup, score the basket for Kyle Turnbull. Nice basketball play there as he crossed underneath the basket and laid it off the right side of the glass with his right hand.
I tell you what, Turnbull, I was waiting for that one. Turnbull's doing a lot of hard work in there. He got himself in a good position, and he was smacking, clapping his hands, wanting it.
Well, on the ensuing possession, Mark Twain loses control, gets a shot up. Elsberry with the rebound, and in the melee that ensued after that, there was a foul against Mark Twain. And to the line,
back is Kinsler.
Will be Caden Kinsler with a one and bonus. Foul against Lucas McLeod they have on the board.
No, they got it backwards. That is Hanner, his first one. They've got it as the first foul for number 3.
Well, there you have it. Three-pointer, Mark Twain on the way. Rims out, no good from Jackson Lake. And a foul underneath. And Mark Twain's going to get some foul shots.
And I believe that's going to go against Wilson. That'll be his first. Team's 4th.
Josh Brothers will have the charity shots coming.
Or, sorry, team's 5th. Be Brothers' first trip to the charity stripe this evening.
Rims out too strong. Josh Brothers, the 6'3" sophomore. Second one on the way, also too strong. Rebound, Turnbull.
Turnbull went up strong. He pulled that down. He knew he was going up forward right from the get-go.
Kinsler has it. Turnbull sets a screen. Kinsler picks up his dribble. He'll hand to Irving to the left wing for Dodson. Dodson has it knocked away, but Bryce Irving runs it down out near the timeline. He's spinning. Bodies are bouncing off of one another. No fouls are whistled. 3:42 left, 29-17. Elsberry, the 12-point lead and the possession. Irving, spinning move, left-handed shot. Off the glass, no good. However, before the shot, they're going to say Bryce took an extra step and was whistled for the traveling violation.
Can't get those Euro steps in there, those NBA steps.
Mark Twain, three-pointer on the way, no good from Connor Eckler.
Preston tried to save it from going out of bounds, but he was already touching the wall.
So Elsberry gets it back. Eckler had a wide open look but couldn't get it to drop. The lead is 12, I should say. Kinsler has it. Looks down low for Turnbull. And we've got a whistle and a travel on the rebound. Evan Wilson had it. Whew. However, once he got on the ground, he rolled over, and hence the traveling.
Tell you what, this is a fun game between these two, and you know that they're going to still have to meet possibly at least one more time as at the Bowling Green tournament. I didn't check to see if they've played their conference games yet this year.
Well, Josh Brothers, with the entry pass, took it to the glass and was fouled. Well, they're going to call that on the floor. I certainly thought that was going to be a shooting foul.
Well, they're lining up as like it's a shooting foul, but now they've switched it around. So, but it is 6. Both teams shooting free throws for the rest of the half. We've got 3 minutes exactly to go.
Mark Twain puts it in play under their own basket. McLeod, left wing for Hayner. Now right side for Dawson Lake. Mark Twain works it around the perimeter. Can't get anything inside. Dakota Preston roaming around. Three-pointer on the way, won't go. Strong rebound by Caden Kinsler. He'll push in transition. He hops, pops, no good. Rebound underneath, fought for by Mark Twain. And they have it. Chase Hayner gets it. It comes loose. And McLeod walks it across. He's guarded by Irving. Looks to the baseline for Eckler. Now Preston. Preston to the left side of the lane. He slips, falls. He gets it back outside from McLeod. McLeod cut off on the baseline to Eckler. Eckler, head and shoulder fake. Looks to the right baseline. Three-pointer on the way from Preston. It won't go. And we've got a whistle and a foul underneath.
They're tagging Gladney with his second. It'll be the team's 7th for Elsberry. Someone's shooting. Oh, yeah. Come back in. We've got subs coming in and going out. And how many people we got on the court? We still have too many on the court. Somebody's going to have to come off. And it looks like Preston's going to come off as he's got a little limp going on.
So at the line, Dawson Leak. Doesn't go. Out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Elsberry. So the front end of the 1-and-1 was missed. But Elsberry knocked it out of bounds. So Mark Twain with the chance to cut into this 12-point lead. Inbounds pass, McLeod. He's guarded by Irving. To the right side for Brandon Foldenwider. Eckler, baseline, jump shot on the way, high arcing shot, it won't go, too strong for Mason Foldenwider.
And Brothers is going to check back in this basketball game for the Tigers.
Lucas McLeod checks out. Mark Twain struggles to get it in. It's tipped out of bounds by Kinsler.
Yeah, he thought maybe Mark Twain may have got another hand on it, but it didn't quite go in their favor.
Pass intended for Eckler. He'll trigger the inbounds play this time. He has Fullenwider looking to the baseline. Now circling to the right side is Devin Whaley. They get it into Brothers. His shot off the glass won't go.
And they're going to call a foul, I believe. Or do they call it just a turnover?
Must have been a turnover. No foul called.
So Lake re-enters the basketball game.
Kinsler and Irving in the backcourt. Reller into the game up the right side. Kinsler breaks the press, looks to drive, kicks it right side. Reller now top of the key. Wide open three on the way. Off the mark for Irving. Rebound Reller. He puts it on the ground, looks at the three, passes it up. Irving gets it. Now swings it left side. Three-pointer on the way for Evan Wilson. It splashes home.
32-17 our score. Elsberry on top. 1:15 to go in the half.
Kicked ball. Entry pass looking for Brandon Fullenwider.
Brothers going to return to the basketball game for Fullenwider.
Whaley triggers for Mark Twain. Pass for Lake. Now top of the key, swings it left side for Eckler. Top of the key, Hayner. Hayner and Eckler play a two-man game. Now three-pointer on the way. Score the basket for Jackson Lake. We've got a whistle underneath.
So Lake gets his three, and someone's going to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Well, does the basket count? It was was it after the basket?
They said the one official dropped his hand.
The basket is on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they dropped the hammer, and then
so the basket counts.
Yes. And they just came over and confirmed that the basket counts.
So 32-20, 12-point game here. A minute left in the second. Misses the first shot. Brothers gets his rebound back and kicks it back out. McLeod then left side. Three-pointer on the way from Jackson Lake. It won't go, but he gets his own rebound. Eckler cross court, intercepted. Kinsler into the near court. He spins. Shot off the glass and in transition. Caden Kinsler.
That almost looked NBA style there.
Made it look very easy. Well, Mark Twain had a chance to get it under double digits. Entry pass, Brothers, off the glass. Nice running one-hander by Josh Brothers, and it's 12 with 25 seconds left here in the first half of play. Kinsler gets across the timeline. Dribbles in, looks top of the key. Rellers hit 1-3. This one's off the mark. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Elsberry. 10 seconds left in the second quarter.
So Weidenfuller comes in. They've been whistling for him to come in. I'll tell you what, I like the excitement that Coach Wright brings with this Mark Twain team. Maybe a little bit of some that they've needed over the last year or two.
Kinsler with 8. He's into the lane. His shot is blocked, but not before he travels. So Mark Twain will have enough time here to get a shot with 5.3 seconds left. They trail by 12. We'll see what kind of pressure Elsberry will bring.
And I want to make sure we clarify that wasn't saying anything about Cody McCann. I was just saying that sometimes it's something different that brings that spark.
Long three-pointer is going to be short. The putback would have counted, but Lucas McLeod could not get it to go. After 2 periods of play, 34-22, Elsberry over Mark Twain.
Your Cellular and Satellite Center halftime reports next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
At the half, it's Elsberry leading Mark Twain 34-22 at the end of the first quarter. Elsberry had the lead at 21-11, and then, of course, as we mentioned, the halftime score 34-22. Elsberry's led by as many as 13 in this game, and Mark Twain has yet to lead.
Well, as we mentioned it several times during the first half, a very fast-paced broadcast. It was a fast-paced game. Both teams tried to get up and down the floor. Both teams brought some pressure as well. And again, as we saw in our first game tonight, really the lead that was developed, it stayed in that 10 to 12 or 13 point range. It was all on the back of some turnovers by Mark Twain that Elsberry was able to convert into points.
Well, speaking of turnovers, Elsberry's got 9 on the evening so far. Mark Twain, on the other hand, they're kind of struggling. They've up to 14, so I'm sure it's something Coach Jared Ackright is going to address in halftime in the locker room. As far as fouls go, though, everybody's still pretty well in okay situation here. Nobody with more than 2. As I was scanning that just to make sure that actually looked right. But and that's something that we hope to see stay in the second half as well.
Well, as fast as both teams were playing and as the full court pressure and the trapping zones, even in the half court, the officials could have called a lot more fouls. I was glad to see them kind of let it play. I mean, there were certainly some times when you could hear the bodies colliding from here and no fouls were called. So that, to me, is refreshing. I would rather see a game that's allowed to flow a little bit than one where there's a whistle every other possession.
Quick update from the high school gym down there. It's they just started the third quarter, but Winfield has the lead over Clopton, 44-23. Of course, Winfield and Clopton battling to see who takes on Monroe City in the championship game on Saturday night. The loser will face Louisiana in the third-place game. Right now, if you're just joining us, it was Wright City that advanced on after defeating Silex earlier this evening. The winner of this game will face them in that consolation game Saturday at 4 o'clock. We'll take a quick break here on the Cellular Satellite Center halftime report. When we return, we'll set up action for tomorrow night as it's girls' championship night here at the Clopton Invitational Tournament, all on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the number one priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provide farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Your home for area high school sports is on Eagle 102, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
Well, Rodney, tomorrow night we've got some games set up for you that should be pretty good. It's going to start with the Consolation game at 4:30. Number 5, Silex will take on number 6, number 3, Mark Twain. Mark Twain boys are seated number 6. That's why I keep saying that. But the girls are seated number 3 as they were upset by number 6 Winfield in the opening tournament. Our opening round. And then our third place game, that'll take place, I believe, at 6?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Number 4, Elsberry takes on number 6, Winfield. And then that championship game at 7:30, number 1, Monroe City taking on number 2, Clopton. We'll have all the action for you right here on air at 102.1 FM, online at kjfmradio.com, on the KJFM radio app, and on all your Alexa-enabled devices. And then half the bracket is set for Saturday. You want to run down that one for us?
Well, the Saturday, that's the boys' championship night. We have the winner of this game, of course, Elsberry and Mark Twain, will take on the Wright City squad at 4 o'clock for Consolation. And then Monroe City will take on the winner of the Winfield-Clopton game going on in the other gym, which right now looks like that's going to be
Winfield. They're up 50-29 in the third over Clopton. So Clopton could be a rematch of last year's third-place game between Clopton and Louisiana, which was a great game last year.
Yeah, that's how it is looking like it's going to be set up for your boys' championship Saturday right here on Eagle 102.
And reminder, Clopton tournament coverage all week this week has been brought to you by Bowling Green Lumber, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, and A Taste of Philly. That's going to take care of our Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report. We've got second half action coming your way next here on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
We're starting the second half, and it's going to be Mark Twain's basketball.
Mark Twain will have it on the far side of the court. They'll move right to left here in the second half of play. Lucas McLeod will slap the ball and get it into Preston. Lakota Preston. He's going to take it right to the basket, and he lays it off the glass and in, and it's a 10-point game just 9 seconds into this third quarter.
I tell you what, that's a nice way for Mark Twain to get started here in the second half. Let's see if Elsberry has an answer on their end.
Mark Twain opens with the three-quarter court pressure. Elsberry breaks it, and Kinsler sets the offense and dribbles to the right wing. He looks inside for Turnbull, kicks it top of the key for Dodson. Dodson left wing for Irving. Irving cycles right side for Kinsler. He hangs in the air from about 12 and knocks it down. A good shot, good look. He squared up and drilled it, and the lead is back to 12.
And Kinsler, again, looks so athletic out there. He's got 13 points on the night so far for the Indians.
Lucas McLeod sets the offense. He gets it to Josh Brothers. He holds it high top of the key, looks for some help. He finds it in the corner, Chase Hayner, and they reset. He gets it back out to Dawson Leak, left wing for Preston. Preston hands it back to McLeod, swings it right side beyond three. Preston gets it back, skim pass across the top to Leak into the paint. Preston off the glass, won't go. Had a good look, couldn't convert, and the rebound pulled down by Kyle Turnbull.
And Hayner's going to pick up a foul as he helped Usher, was that Kinsler, almost out of bounds. That'll be his first, team's first of the half. Or excuse me, his second.
Entry pass to the offensive zone was caught right on the far sideline, and Hayner was also jumping and got a little bit too close. Kinsler gets it. He's guarded by McLeod. Man-to-man, nearly traveled, gets it away to Irving. He gets it back to Kinsler. Resets between the circles with the left-hand dribble. 6:22 left here in the third quarter. Long three-pointer on the way. Rims in and out for Eli Gladney. He couldn't get it to fall. That shot was down a long way in the basket. Mark Twain with the rebound, but they turn it over ahead of the pack. Irving, he's got one man back McLeod. He throws up kind of an off-balance shot that won't go. Rebound, Connor Eckler for Mark Twain, and he brings it across the timeline. Right side for Hayner. Hayner hangs from about 17. It's short. Right there for the rebound is Deshaun Dodson. Dodson slows it down right side. Wide open three. Passed up from Gladney. He drives baseline. They're going to call a blocking foul against Mark Twain. That's Chase Hayner picking up the personal.
And that will be his third, team's second of the half. But I tell you what, he got in there, and it was lots of bodies flying everywhere here in this gym tonight.
36-24 is our score. 5:24 left in the third period.
Again, in the other gym, it is 61-31 in the third, so it's a 30-point lead for Winfield.
Well, the first foul shot from Eli Gladney missed. He'll have one more coming, the two-shot foul. And second one rattles home. 37-24. Mark Twain in the backcourt. Devin Whaley just entered the game, the 5'10 sophomore. He gets across the timeline, but then picks up his pivot foot, and they're going to call him for the travel. It's a mistake you see made. Dribble across the timeline into a trap, and then you pick up your dribble, and you're stuck. You're stuck. After the turnover, Kinsler, he turns it over.
That's the first turnover of the second half, and now now it's a turnover. They're going to say McLeod walked.
Well, Kinsler turned it over. McLeod got it, headed up court, got in the air, and didn't throw the ball before he came down. So Elsberry now to inbounds. Kinsler takes the inbound pass from Dodson. Kinsler to his right with the dribble beyond three on the right wing. Has Dodson on the left, gets it to him beyond three. Now baseline for Irving. Ball is kicked or touched out of bounds. It'll stay with the Indians.
I think there's a little confusion there. Everybody's curious because they didn't really make the call real clear.
I glanced down, and I just happened to glance up, and the ball rolled across the floor out of bounds. I didn't really know how it got there. After that, Irving, he gets it right side three-pointer to Gladney. That won't roll. Mark Twain's Eckler ahead of the pack. He pushes into the near court, looks right side. Head and shoulder fake McLeod. Now Brothers in the paint, had a good look, got it blocked by Kinsler. Brothers gets it back. This time he doesn't get it to go. However, he'll have two shots coming. Josh Brothers doing some work in the paint. Kyle Turnbull also had a block down low.
So Brothers, he struggled. He's 0 for 3 from the charity stripe.
Make it 0 for 4.
His foes continue. Caden Kinsler, has picked up his first foul of the night. It's the first team foul of the half for Elsberry.
So one more coming for Brothers. The right-handed player eyes it and gets it to drop. 37-24. Now 25. 12-point lead. Kinsler across the timeline, left wing for Gladney. Gladney gets it back. Right side, Kinsler to the free throw line. Entry pass intended down low for Kinsler.
I think they're trying to feed it in there to Turnbull, and it rolled off his leg out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a good idea, but the pass was just a little low. That bounce pass needed to come up higher and hit Turnbull in about the waist area, give him a chance to catch and score. Mark Twain back the other direction. Brothers with a nice look, can't get it to go, gets the rebound, and he's going to be going back to the...
He's going back to the free throw line after Gladney's going to pick up his third foul on the night.
Well, they've made an effort to get the ball inside to Brothers here in this third quarter, and when they're doing it, even on the misses, drawing the foul, you can tell the energy from the Mark Twain players and coaching staff. That's something that they obviously had stressed. Now,
well, he's getting set for his second free throw. Let's thank Pike County Title Company, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Elisha Koenig Remax Realty Agent, Rawls County Mutual Insurance, and Mick Mailer and Sons Backhoe and Excavating. And I'm sorry I cut you off.
Oh, that's quite all right. Well, Brothers makes one of two, so 37-26.
Shooting 50% here in the second half.
Kinsler gets it across, spins, guarded by Eckler. Out near the timeline, they're going to call Eckler with the foul there. And he kind of bailed out Kinsler because if you may have heard the Mark Twain coaching staff, they were correct. Kinsler was on the way down with the ball. Eckler got too close and helped speed him to the floor.
Yeah. So Kinsler has it again. He'll be picked up. I've already gotten him confused. Lake.
Kinsler guarded by Lake. Right side beyond three. Into the paint for Dodson. Left side on the way. Evans can't get it to go, or Evan Wilson, I should say. Now Preston back the other way, has it stripped. Ball's loose. Mark Twain gets it, and they'll reset.
4 different players on the court going after loose basketballs. I like seeing the energy both teams are bringing.
Brothers beyond three. He'll hand to McLeod. Lucas, the 5'9 sophomore, slows things down a little bit as they reset. Brothers, left wing for Lake beyond three. He dribbles to the paint. Off the glass, won't go. Had a look, just couldn't get it to drop. That was one you need to make. Had a great drive to the basket. Elsberry back the other way. Kinsler, he'll drive. He lays it off the glass, and good for Caden Kinsler.
Give him 15 on the night with 2:49 to go in the third. Elsberry extends their lead back out to 13.
Lakota Preston, he gets it. He hands it to Connor Eckler. Now down low for Preston. Three-pointer on the way for Eckler. That's an air ball, and it'll go back to Elsberry.
You know, I'm not saying I want to see Eckler stop shooting that three because I like that he's taking those chances, but he's had a couple of those that missed the rim all the way around tonight. So, if you're going to do it, you're going to have to push down with your legs a little bit more and explode. Don't want him to quit shooting, though. Keep shooting because you never know when the next one's going to fall.
Yep. Elsberry has it. Three-quarter court pressure. Wilson turns it over, gets it back, but hands it right back to Chase Hayner with Mark Twain. Hayner looks to go right to the basket. He doesn't get the shot to drop, but he's going to get a foul.
And he's going to draw it off of Wilson. That'll be his second, team's third.
I think that was a little bit of a frustration foul perhaps there by Evan on the last possession. He had a turnover, even recovered from that and couldn't control the loose ball.
So Hayner's first trip to the free throw line this evening.
That one's good, nothing but the bottom of the net.
While he gets set for the second, I want to thank People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, Penrod Real Estate, Bolin Chevrolet, Sun Window Company, and Spring Valley Accounting, all sponsors of Clopton Tournament action all week on Eagle 102.
39-27, 2:16 left to go here in the third period. Elsberry and Mark Twain as the second foul shot from Hayner goes down. So the lead is 11 for Elsberry. Kinsler has it in the backcourt. Dodson, right wing, now baseline for Reller back into the game. Three-pointer quickly on the way. Good-looking high-arcing shot, but no good. And Lakota Preston for Mark Twain pulls down the rebound and hands quickly off to Jackson Lake, and he walks it across the timeline.
Checking in the other gym in the fourth quarter. Winfield still has a lead at 64-37.
Right side, now entry pass for Johnson. Now baseline, shot on the way. It won't go. We've got a player down and hurt. And we'll see who's down. It looks like it's Eli Gladney. It's like a wrist injury.
Yeah, he's holding his wrist, and of course, Pike County Memorial Hospital athletic trainer Eric Schaefer right on that one. Coach Ackright was questioning, because there's a lot of people that wonder when plays don't stop when injuries happen. I guess in the small gym they decided the safety of the player was in jeopardy, so they went ahead and stopped on that no shot. A lot of people don't understand that sometimes the play has to continue until there's a dead ball.
Inbounds to Preston. He kicks it into the corner, now top of the key, beyond three for Lake. Ball is kicked. Mark Twain, 2 inbounds.
Coach Ackright wants to take a timeout. He didn't like what he saw, so we'll take a timeout as well. With 1:25 to go in the third, it is Elsberry leading Mark Twain 39-28. You're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Perkins Electrical Service, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Kayla Caldwell, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, member SIPC.
After the timeout, Mark Twain gets it inbounds and tries to set the offense down by 11 here. 1:18 left to go in the third. Preston beyond three, left wing. He hands it back to Dawson Leak. He's got Jackson Lake on his right. Entry pass, Brothers with a nice move, and they continue to go inside to Josh Brothers.
And they're going to call that one on Reller. That'll be his first, team's fourth.
Josh needs to get a few more of those shots to drop and or convert some free throws. First one's on the way. This one's off the mark, wide to the right.
And he'll see if he can get this second one to fall in. Right now they're down by 11. And Josh Brothers has missed 7 free throws.
1 minute even left in the third. 39-28 as both foul shots were no good. Kinsler comes into the near court. He's guarded by Lucas McLeod. Ball's on the ground. Out of bounds off of the foot.
Yeah, off of Kinsler's foot.
So McLeod will inbound. He has Jackson Lake.
I feel like there's a little bit of the excitement gone from Elsberry at the moment.
Their energy's lacking. Mark Twain has definitely brought the energy here in the third period. Shot underneath, rebound Preston. He can't get it to go. Rebound Elsberry. Kinsler has it. Out of bounds off of.
They're going to say off of Preston.
Well, they reversed that and went with off of Kinsler. It must have been Preston because Kinsler has the ball. I doubted you once again, Marianne.
That's okay.
I apologize.
Many have, and they've learned, Rodney. And Kinsler slips and falls.
Well, he tried to pull up at the top of the key right outside of the three-point line. and lost his footing. So the turnover now will give it back to Mark Twain, who has kind of been in this same area. They're really one good, like 3 or 4 possessions from turning this thing into a pretty tightly contested game. They just have to get some baskets.
And so you see what I was talking about in the pregame show when I told you, they make the other team work really hard. It's just finding the hole.
Chase Hayner, he hands top of the key for Lake. Lake swings it right side, McLeod. Preston roams the baseline. They can't get it to him. Inbounds pass intended for Brothers, and that time it sails out of bounds. Turnover back to Elsberry.
With only 2.2 seconds to go here in the third, Elsberry's not going to be able to do much.
Well, they did hit the backboard from three-quarter court. After 3 periods of play, 39-28 Elsberry over Mark Twain.
We've got your final quarter of action coming next here on Eagle 102.
Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
8 minutes left in this one. Just ready to begin the fourth quarter of play. Elsberry has the ball and an 11-point lead. Kinsler dribbles far side. He has Bryce Irving on the baseline to his left.
And they're immediately calling a foul. Nope, we're calling another timeout. Coach Johnson wants to talk to his team. We'll hear from sponsors. With an 11-point lead, Elsberry leads Mark Twain as you're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Follow Area High School Sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Well, Elsberry's Coach Johnson did not like what he saw right out of the break there. There was a lot of dribbling and not much passing going on, and I have a feeling that's what he talked about in the timeout.
So they're going to reset things here as Kinsler brings it across the timeline.
Kinsler with the left hand spins, guarded by McLeod. They've had a pretty good battle tonight. Top of the key, wide open three on the way, off the mark. No good for Dodson. Rebound Mark Twain. Lake to Preston. Preston into the paint for Brothers. He finds a wide open McLeod under the basket, and the lead is 9. It's single digits, 7 minutes left.
Right now with it is Elsberry, and I tell you what, they need to stop this because the momentum's all falling in Mark Twain's favor.
That it is. Elsberry breaks the timeline. Kinsler slows it down and dribbles top of the key, swings it right side for Irving. Irving back to Kinsler in the far sideline. Baseline entry pass for Turnbull. Now Kinsler, three-pointer on the way. That's an air ball. Rebound McLeod. Mark Twain down by 9 with a chance to make this lead disappear even further.
Tell you what, Elsberry needs to capitalize on this turnover by Mark Twain. They need to get a bucket, stop the bleeding here. They were only able to put up 5 points in the third quarter. Now the good news for them is Mark Twain was only able to put up 6.
Well, just a crushing turnover there. Mark Twain with some momentum and kind of a needless turnover, gives it back to Elsberry. So Elsberry running the offense. Evan Wilson has it, holds it high, picks up his dribble, guarded by Preston. The cutter is Kinsler to the basket. It's out of bounds. Last touched by Brothers as he blocked Kinsler's shot. So Elsberry retains possession, but good defense by Brothers.
On the other hand, if you're Mark Twain, you're reminding Elsberry, don't stop, because as soon as you stop, we're coming after you.
5-second call. Kinsler couldn't find anybody open. So once again, Mark Twain with the ball and the chance to cut into this 9-point lead.
Mark Twain's making things happen here in this semifinal game.
Oh, and another turnover. Just a crushing turnover. Hayner throws it out of bounds.
Well, Lake was cutting a little too quickly and then fell.
He started cutting about the time that
Hayner threw it.
Yeah, exactly. So now Elsberry gets it far side of the court. Dodson and Kinsler will run the inbounds play. Kinsler comes into the near court. Free throw line extended. Swings it right side. Irving gets it. He drives baseline against Dodson.
And Brothers gets another block.
Josh Brothers has played a whale of a second half, the poor free throw shooting notwithstanding. He has been very active, played good defense, has got some good looks on offense as well. Turnbull into the paint, hangs, and a good shot there. Kyle Turnbull gets the shot to drop, and Elsberry needed that. The lead back to double digits.
Well, and Turnbull, who had a great first half, never mind.
Another turnover. Kinsler. Elsberry with a trap of their own, and Kinsler just runs over.
That'll be his second.
Yeah, runs over Jackson Lake there, just a little bit out of control.
You know, Kyle Turnbull had 8 points in the first half. That bucket was his first points in the second.
I have not called his name much here in the second half. Intercepted. Kinsler, baseline, Irving, off the glass and in. The lead is back to 13.
That was a nice assist in there from Kinsler. And what are we checking now? He's looking maybe to clean up a little bit of where some players have fell and were slipping. But I'll tell you what, nice assist, nice ball handling in there from Kinsler as he was able to get Irving as he was headed to the bucket in stride. And again, stretches that lead back out to 13, what was down to 9. And now Elsberry's come alive again.
Well, Mark Twain had a couple of opportunities to cut into the lead at 9, make it a 7 or 6 with a 3, and we're not unable to do it. And just like that, lead back to 13. 5:20 left to play here in the fourth.
And the other, Jim, that one's a final as Winfield defeats Clopton 71-53. So Clopton will be playing for third place on Saturday against Louisiana.
McLeod, they break the pressure and get the ball to McLeod underneath. He scores the easy layup. Lead back to 11. Pressure in the backcourt. Irving has it swatted at, couldn't get it. Puts an elbow out, shots blocked. It's going to go off of Irving. They're going to say it's off of Mark Twain unless that ball
Yeah, now they're going to talk about it again.
Unless it had hit the end line. Now they're going to reverse it. And certainly from here you can see that Irving had his hands on the ball after the shot. So the call is corrected on the floor. Mark Twain with it down by 11, just under 5 minutes. McLeod to Preston. Top of the key. Entry pass for Brothers. He gets this one to go, and it's
back to a 9-point lead.
Mark Twain is just hanging around. Timeout.
Coach Johnson wants to take a breather. We'll hear from some of our sponsors. 4:36 to go here in the basketball game. Elsberry leads Mark Twain 43-34. You're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Your home for area high school sports is on Eagle 102, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Well, Mark Twain certainly not out of anything yet.
No, plenty of time.
4 minutes and 36 seconds. Three-pointer on the way, right side. It won't go for Dotson. Mark Twain with the rebound ahead for Dotson. He drives, glass. It won't go. Saved underneath by Mark Twain. Dotson gets it back. This time he gets the basket, and it's 43-36. The lead is 7.
Preston is dominant there underneath the basket for Mark Twain.
Elsberry, Kinsler picks up his dribble, gets it to the baseline. Gladney with the drive. Rebound Mark Twain. Dotson comes up court. He stops. Left side. Three-pointer on the way. Rims out. No good. Shot missed by Jackson Lake. Out of bounds. It'll go back to Mark Twain.
You know, Preston has been doing a great job bringing the ball up the court for Mark Twain, dishing it off and then going and putting himself in a position for maybe a rebound. And that's where he's scoring some of these points here in the fourth quarter.
McLeod corrals the inbounds pass. Baseline for Lake. Top of the key for Eckler.
Preston
turnover. Elsberry the other direction. Bryce Irving. He gets it left side for Kinsler with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left to play. The lead is 7, 43-36, Elsberry. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul.
Looks like Preston's going to pick it up. That'll be his third, team's fourth. So Elsberry will inbound the ball along the far side.
Kinsler has Evan Wilson and Bryce Irving there with him. Irving comes across to the near court, picks up his dribble between the circles, bounce pass inside for Turnbull. He spins, shots blocked by Mark Twain, and they get the rebound, and quickly up court is Hayner. Hayner to Preston. Looks inside, you got Josh Brothers guarded by Turnbull. 7-point lead, Hayner gets it, holds it high, looks for help. McLeod left side for Eckler. Eckler puts it on the floor, backs it out between the circles, and resets. McLeod looks to the baseline for Preston. He's beyond three on the right wing. Top of the key. Now Brothers gets it. Spins. Off the glass. Won't go. Rebound Hayner. Now Brothers with the shot. It goes. 43-38. The lead is 5. We've got a ball game.
And we told you that Mark Twain is reminding you they've been patient.
Kinsler turns it over. Hayner gets it. Ahead of the pack from McLeod. Guarded by Kinsler. 2-on-1. Spin shot. Won't go. Rebound underneath. Walk against Elsberry. Mark Twain will have it down by 5. 2:24.
We got a timeout. Coach Johnson's fired up, and he wants to get his Indians fired up. We'll take a timeout as well. With 2:24 to go in the ball game, it's a close one, but Elsberry leads Mark Twain 43-38. You're listening to Clopton Tournament on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
All right, well, the stage is set. 2:24 left in this one. Mark Twain has the ball under their own basket, trailing by 5, 43-38. Eckler slaps it, looks to get it into Brothers. He does. Back to Preston. Fakes the three. Resets. He drives. Kicks it into the corner for Hayner. Hayner to McLeod. Looks right side. Eckler. Eckler now to Brothers. Oh, they had Brothers. Turnbull had fallen down. They couldn't get it to him. Irving takes it the other direction. He misses a layup. A little out of control. Mark Twain comes back with Preston. It's stolen again. A bad pass by Preston. Elsberry. Irving. He drives. Shot off the glass and in. Score the basket for Bryce Irving.
And that's what Elsberry needed to extend that lead just a little bit more, back out to 7.
Hayner drives baseline. Gets it to Preston. Back to Hayner. He circles to the right wing. Elsberry coaching staff wanted the travel. Long cross court for Eckler. He looks to drive baseline. He spins for Brothers at the free throw line extended. Right side for Hayner. He jumps, stops, puts it up. Misses the shot, but there will be 2 foul shots coming.
And it looks like they're tagging Gladney with his 4th. Team's 6th. And I'll send Hayner back to the charity stripe. He's 2 for 2 there this evening.
It gets very quiet in here.
It does.
First one's on the way and good.
While he gets set for the second, let's thank Rawls County Mutual Insurance, Mick Mailer & Sons of Backhone Excavating, Alicia Koenig, Remax Realty Agent, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, and Pike County Title Company.
1:27 left, 45-39. And it stays that way as the foul shot is missed. Irving gets it. He'll come into the near court. He slows things down and gets it to Kinsler. Now Mark Twain's going to have to foul. I mean, there's just nothing they can do. And they've got some fouls to give is the problem. They need to start doing this. And he walked. They forced a turnover.
Didn't have to foul. They forced that turnover with 1:09 to go.
McLeod will inbound to Jackson Lake. Pressure by Dodson is now Irving comes into the backcourt. Lake to McLeod, now to Brothers, now cross backcourt. Open layup missed by Hayner, couldn't get it. And we're going to have a foul.
Yeah, Hayner's came down and he fouled Turnbull, and it's his 4th, team's 5th. With under a minute to go here, still a 7-point lead, but Coach Ackright wants to take a timeout, talk to his players. We'll take a timeout to hear from some of our sponsors. 55 ticks left to go in this one until it's decided as you're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Well, Mark Twain is certainly, they have gotten back into the game.
Yeah, they have.
They've had an opportunity to get even closer and have been unable to push it past the 6-point lead that it is now. Elsberry in the backcourt, under pressure. Kinsler had it and got it to Dodson.
And Coach Johnson has to call another timeout to avoid that 10-second call in the backcourt. So we'll take one final timeout as well. 45-39 is your score. 45 seconds to go here in the basketball game. You're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
42 seconds left in this one. Elsberry gets it in the backcourt. Kinsler with the ball and is fouled. And again, that's just the sixth team foul.
Yep.
So they had a foul to give. They needed to get rid of it. So now, if they get it across the timeline, which they do, you're going to have to start fouling.
And that's exactly what Brothers did. However, that's probably not the one that I want fouling. His Brothers, I mean, he has one to give. But if for some reason this game should go into overtime, I don't want him in foul trouble.
Well, to the line, shooting a 1 and bonus will be Kyle Turnbull. It's on the way. It rims out. And Hayner gets it. Nearly steps out. He pushes ahead into the front court. Dodson now top of the key. Three-pointer from Hayner on the way. It won't go. That would have been good, big, but Elsberry corrals the rebound. Ahead of the pack, Turnbull down low. He gets it back out. Shot off the glass and in. Score the basket in the foul for Deshaun Dodson with 20.9 seconds left in this one.
Wow. And picking up the foul is McLeod. That is his first, team's 8th.
Well, that was a huge basket, a huge miss of the three for Mark Twain. Elsberry comes down in transition, knocks down the basket. And misses the free throw. The lead is
free throws,
8.
free throws, and free throws.
McLeod drives, shot off the glass, won't go. Rebound Turnbull. Tipped out of bounds, last touched by Hayner. It'll stay with Elsberry with 10 seconds left.
And I'm telling you right here and right now, this is, when we see Mark Twain again, it's going to be a different team because they're going to be in the groove.
Length of the court, missed shot by Gladney. With 3 seconds, Mark Twain with the rebound. Half-court shot on the way. It won't go. Mark Twain, a valiant effort, but they come up short. Elsberry with the victory, 47-39.
Go ahead. We've got your Abel's postgame show coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, Ronnie, it was a game that at first we weren't quite sure. Elsberry had a 10-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Then Mark Twain started making their way back. They patiently chopped away at it. Elsberry went in up 34-22 at the half. Both teams low-scoring third quarters, but Elsberry maintained possession of the ahead in the scoring, 39-28, and then it got down to, what did we say, within 5 or 6?
Within 6 at one point, and had a couple of opportunities. It looks from 3 from Mark Twain that would have made it a 3-point ball game. The last of those, the rebound comes long. Elsberry in transition goes down and gets the bucket to go to an 8-point game under a minute left, and that pretty much sealed it. But certainly an effort that Mark Twain can be proud of, and just needed a few more shots to drop to not just get in the game, but to have a chance to win it.
And really, I would tell you to watch out for Mark Twain here the rest of the season, especially those conference games coming up. They're going to be definitely a team to reckon with. For Elsberry, though, let's talk about their scoring. They were led by Caden Kinsler. He had 15 points. Kyle Turnbow with 10. Bryce Irving with 8. With 5 each was Deshaun Dotson and Gavin Reller. Evan Wilson had 3, and adding a free throw was Eli Gladney. And we're not even going to talk about free throws for either team because both were not good on the night, quite honestly. Leading the way for Mark Twain, they were led by Josh Brothers with 10, and some of those came on late. He had 4 points in the first, obviously 6 in the second halves, that is, but he only was 2 of 9 from the charity stripe. Each scoring 8, Jackson Lake and Lakota Preston. 6 points scored by Lucas McLeod, 5 by Chase Hanner, and adding a field goal was Connor Eckler. And again, free throws, and unfortunately, we have to throw turnovers in there as well. Both teams will be focusing on fixing those turnovers as they move forward in this game.
Well, an entertaining game, but both teams can look and see some mistakes and things that they need to clean up. But certainly entertaining games, to say the least.
We'll take a break on the Abel's Postgame Show. When we return, we'll set up your championship nights for you on Friday and Saturday night as you're listening to Abel's Postgame Show on Eagle 102.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Perkins Electrical Service, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Kayla Caldwell, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, member SIPC.
Well, tomorrow night, it's girls' championship night here at the Clopton Invitational Tournament. Things kick off at 4 o'clock as number 5 Wright City takes on number 7 Elsberry. That's boys on Saturday. Let's try this again. Girls championship night tomorrow night. Number 5 Silex takes on number 3 Mark Twain at 4:30. Immediately followed by number 4 Elsberry facing number 6 Winfield for third place right around 6. Your championship game tomorrow night. Number 1 Monroe City taking on number 2 Clopton. That game set right around 7:30. Saturday night at 4 o'clock. Number 5 Wright City taking on number 7 Elsberry for that consolation game. In the third place game, number 3 Clopton will take on number 4 Louisiana, and then your championship game on Saturday right around 7 o'clock. Number 1 Monroe City taking on number 2 Winfield. I believe those are all pretty close to being rematches to last year for the boys for sure. Remember, you can hear all the games on air and online at 102.1 FM, online at kjfmradio.com, on the KJFM radio app, and on all your Alexa-enabled devices. Clopton Tournament coverage all this week has been brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calvert's Insurance Agency, McDingers, Northeast Missouri Title Company, McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory, Bowen Construction, Liggins Flooring, Wood Smoke Meats, One Multi-Sports Complex, Midwest Heating and Cooling, Bowling Green Lumber, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, A Taste of Philly, Pike County Title Company, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Alicia Koenig, Remax Realty Agent, Rawls County Mutual Insurance, Mick Mailer and Sons Backhoe and Excavating, People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, Penrod Real Estate, Bolin Chevrolet, Sun Window Company, and Spring Valley. Rodney, glad to have you back with us this evening. Any final thoughts before we sign off this evening?
Well, I'm glad to have been back, and maybe it'll work out that I can be allowed back in the broadcast booth again, but it was a good time for sure.
Oh, you have forgotten that once you're back, and Marion has your number. All of a sudden, you better start clearing your schedule. Thanks again to Ethan for running the camera, taking care of the scoreboards for us this evening. We definitely appreciate it. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, we're back into one gym, but appreciate all the help and assistance the Clopton School District has provided that always make us feel at home when we're down here each and every time, and especially during Clopton Tournament Week. So thanks to them. So for Rodney Dolbear and Ethan Everhart, I'm Marion Everhart, and you've been listening to the 25th Annual Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.